All right. So, last session. Jesus Christ. The party
Your
of
faces.
Yuri, Elizabeth, Thomas, and Stefan. Obviously, Stefan becoming more Radimov regiment with time after your death. You went back with the goods that you got back from the Brigands and Highwaymen and made your way back from the tall old tower. And as you reached Zeidenburg, you got paid off by Lucas. You were suspicious of him for a while because you were unsure what his actual demeanor was implying. But he was so dismissive of your almost near-death experience that I believe it was Thomas almost got riled up for it. But as the party continued, Rajimuth, you tried your best to dig into the past and you investigated the burnt down church as well as some other buildings from the recent raid by Vasily. You also found the burgomaster who made it very clear that they were petrified, but they were still offering you more work, including Lucas, and link you to a small matter with this cult. Finally, Yuri, you went to the church, met Andre. He kindly comforted you, calmed your emotions, reset your stress level mechanically. You gave him a small fortune for it, about 15 gold. And then the party went to investigate the Sharans potentially hiding within the city walls. When you went for some extra information, and you discovered, not discovered because it's not outright hidden, but you went into the bloated leech, found Yuliska. Yuliska offered you some good wine beverages, whilst you, Rajimov, obviously with the ability to see invisibility, you realize actually there's way more patrons in this store than they are letting on when we're outnumbered. And so it didn't go to outright violence, but what did result in violence was that you were ambushed in the middle of the road on heading back to the monastery of Andrei by Ardenok Sherezensa, the blood barbarian, with a bunch of zombies. And you won that battle. You won that battle. And in your greatest triumph, some of them rose back up, and Rajiman looked at Rahadin and decided this is the moment. And he cast a guiding bolt, hit him, revealing his location, dropping his invisibility, triggering the second pod, and Rahadin within 2 turns had TPK'd the entire party. We will never know why he did it, because he's now gone. But Elizabetha, as well as Yuri, obviously, Elizabetha, you have the dark powers, and or at least someone who represented themselves as Van Richten, keep you alive that night, whilst Yuri, you struck a deal with Kirvich of the Grim, also known as Bloodspear, and now you feel a new feral rage within you, whilst Thomas and Stefan perished. They perished that night. And, well, let's jump back into the scene of the crime. So, it was meant to open up, I'm not going to lie, with Shia, but he is a bit preoccupied right now. So, we will skip ahead and we might have a flashback. I will start with Yuri instead. So, Yuri.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello. You awake. Oh, actually, sorry. Perfect timing, Adrian. Okay, you're
Hello.
right. You're right after Adrian. So prepare. Right, Adrian. You were making your way home from a nice, simple drink with some of your old comrades, catching up in the guard. And as you were making your way through some of Zeidenburg streets, suddenly you hear a loud, and a whole building crumbles and collapses almost in front of you, and fire erupts through the street. The pitch black night suddenly, like candlelights, flicker through the various windows in the storefronts as well as some of the mason buildings. As some people run out with buckets of water already in a panic, seeing that the fire is trying to engulf the large town. But yourself, you don't need to roll a passive perception for this, notice a shadowy figure just almost deform himself, turn into mist, fly back up to the rooftops, and vanish. And as far as you're concerned, you're the only one who saw this. Outside of that, do you feel compelled as once a city guard of this place, now ransacked mercenary, do you feel compelled maybe to help out some of the villagers as they're trying to desperately to put out the fires? Or would Adrian? Okay, you do. Right, Adrian, you
I'll run
run.
forward.
Yeah, you run into the heat of the flame that's erupting throughout this street, and again, you already notice that some people had fallen and died. You see a half-naked man foaming in his mouth, his eyes roll back into his head, and next to him, a other young man, kind of similar sight but bloodshot eyes, and like laying half face covered in his own puke, and both of them, they look still, they're not moving. Inside the building itself, you can already see a hand kind of crushed and tangled and twisted in an odd shape, but it is trying to reach out, it seems, out of the rubble. And finally, you see a young woman just in front of you, her breathing shallow but alive, with a bow on her back.
I'll run to the hand that's crumpled.
Okay.
And I'm going to start trying to tear the thing off of him, the rubble off of him.
Okay, you don't need to roll for that. As you kind of start pulling back the rubble, kind of bruising your own fingers and even cutting some of your nails, they start getting slightly bloodied. But as you pull back, you uncover a bearded young man, no older than 25, you assume. And he is pale as snow. He seems to have lost a lot of blood. Would you like to do anything? You can see his head and upper torso, I would say.
What the hell happened here? I'm going to continue trying to just drag his body out.
It's not very high DC. Can you give me like an athletics? Just see if you can just pull him out of the rubble. You already have about a third of him free.
Oh wait, I have advantage on these.
Yes, you do. DC 12, you'll be fine, I think, maybe. Oh yeah, more than fine. Yeah, you grab him by the arm and underneath his shoulder blade, and as you start pulling him out, you pull out, I would say, a mangled, twisted corpse, as he is now not moving. He is still as the rising horizon, and as you look at him, you can see that his legs have almost inverted upon themselves, and his entire spine has been crushed.
Looking around, is there any carts or anything? Like hand-drawn carts?
In the middle of town, yeah. I would say there's a cart by one of the stores with some, like, what looks to be boxes and barrels.
I'll run over to it and throw the body. You're goddamn fucking right. You're goddamn fucking right.
There is no more guidance.
Goddamn fucking right.
Yeah.
I throw the body onto it.
As you throw the body onto the cart, being a mercenary, a hired blade, I will say this: you hear a loud jingle of gold coins, you assume, in his pocket.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start picking up all the other bodies and throwing them onto the cart as well.
Okay. Yeah, you pick up the girl, a young lady, and she, unlike the other gentleman you just threw in, you can, like I said, see shallow breathing, and you kind of throw her back, maybe lay her down slightly softer in the back of the cart. You come back for the other bodies. The gentleman who's puked, and you can tell he's literally not breathing because his throat has now turned almost like a peachy purple, has suffocated, and you also throw him onto the cart. The last man, this tall, probably taller than even yourself, 6'5" giant of a man. Though his eyes are rolled back into his head, his face shows a bit of puffiness and red on his cheeks. And if you just slightly put your head near to him, you can immediately hear a faintest breathing, which seems to be out of place for what he seems to have went through the same process as the other man. But you heap them all onto the cart. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna make sure to get them away from like this burning rubble.
Okay, yeah. This blazing inferno of, I would say, the entire corner of about 5 buildings Most folk are too preoccupied trying to extinguish the fires and make sure they're at bay. There's maybe 2 scores of them out here, funneling buckets of water or even wet cloths. But whilst that's happening, you, like you said, you start running through the street, dragging them in your cart of what would be, I guess, designed for vegetables and simple produce. As you make your way through the town, closing the distance further and further away from the flames, most folks are not out here, and only the rare torchlight gives you any light in the middle of the streets with no moonlight here upon Barovia. How would you navigate the streets?
How am I gonna navigate?
In the pitch blackness outside of a few torchlights, yeah.
Pitch black, so it's like pure darkness, right?
There is no moon in
Outside of the
Barovia.
torch.
Sadly, no.
Yeah. I won't go too far from the burning rubble, just far enough that they're not in danger of being, in danger of the fire. So I'm not going to try to navigate the streets immediately, as I don't know who these people are, and I need to identify them first.
Okay. I would say roll me an investigation then for the trying to identify them as you kind of not outright ransack them, but go through some of their gear. With an 11, it was not a very high DC. The 2 that are breathing, you can probably figure out. Adrian, being a native Barovian, this tall giant is most likely one of the wild folk from how he dresses. And the fact that he has a blood tattoo running through his right forearm where the wolf kind of moors as a coat above his shoulders. And maybe for Adrian that is a bit bewildering why there would be a wild folk among the streets of your town. The young woman seems to be a huntress maybe, or a tracker of some kind with axe blade, but also a bow. And yet you see in her eyes, they have become yellowed, my apologies, and dry. But she's alive. The other 2, one of them, you can see what seems to be a tightly hidden Lathander dawn star on his chest. And you assume most likely from the fact that he's dressed quite lightly in robes, he's a priest of some kind. The last one in heavy chainmail, shield, and mace, he seems to be some kind of maybe guardsman, you assume, for this priest, because he likewise has a dawn star on his shield drawn. A odd party, to be true.
Priest of the Thunder, huh? I'll check their pulses. I'll check everyone's pulses, and there's only 2 of them that have any, right?
Roll me a medicine check, yeah.
They all have pulses.
The young woman is absolutely alive, as well as the giant, though he is breathing as slow. The other 2 are gone.
Welcome to Barovia, and I rob all of them. No,
I get a dagger or get something and shave his stomach.
How fast can a car survive in Romania? No,
The priest is definitely twisted and mangled. I would almost I would describe him almost like a twisted twig.
Eesh, what the hell happened to you? And I'm gonna start. If there's a, actually, you know what? I'm strong enough. I'll light up a torch. I'll light up my lamp.
Yeah, your lantern. Yeah, you light up your lantern. You can obviously plonk it somewhere on your cart and push through the darkness. You have about 60 foot of radius. You can make out the buildings. So I would say... And you actually lived on these streets your entire life. Okay, I will give a survival advantage as you try to navigate wherever you're going.
Survival advantage.
Just because you're a native of this city. Sorry, this town.
Advantage. Survive it.
Ooh, those are really bad rolls. It takes a long time, maybe half an hour or so. But I still don't know where you're going. But I will make a rough judgment that it's like half an hour to a full hour.
I'll start making my way towards, assumably like the church, just to get these bodies. I assume that's like the church acts as like a morgue, cemetery,
yes, an apothecary.
healing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it acts like the main infirmary as much as the church of Lathander. Yeah, I'll say maybe 45 minutes then, as you make your way through the darkness, kind of navigating based on key locations you might recognize, a local bootsmith, maybe the main market square, and you try to remember as best as you can in the pitch blackness without your outer radius where you would roughly end up. And eventually you do reach the church. At the doorway, you are met obviously by the door with 2 burning torches, and these lanterns kind of light up a decent 50-foot radius, but the door is closed. And on this side of the town, on this side of the town, it's restful. There's barely any noise. Everyone's asleep. In fact, even the shutters are closed. Locked, you assume.
Before I go in, I'm going to look at the 2 that are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna see how much cash they have on them. Which cash we dealing with it?
Well,
I would do
well, okay. I assume you're gonna go to the priest first.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you underneath his cloaks, you interestingly enough find slightly damaged, but not like in horrible misrepair, chainmail. You also find a minor potion of healing, a fancy amulet, and then amongst that, a holy bottle of water, and then
saved your life.
Chainmail,
a warhammer,
minor healing.
Yeah, a tower shield, an amulet of Lathander.
Yeah. Okay.
They moved the wealth, and I cannot locate the wealth. That is so painful for me. I went through the entire inventory, and I cannot.
It should be at the top of the inventory.
Yes, 20 gold pieces and 5 silver on the priest himself. There you go.
I see.
And then what you assume was his heavily armored bodyguard, he is filthy rich with 45 gold and 8 silver. Another holy symbol, also chainmail, though he doesn't hide it. A long sword, a great shield as well, a towering shield. And I
get these items listed.
You would like them listed? Sure.
Yes, please, because these are a lot of items to just write down.
So 2 holy water. These are the things I imagine would jump out at you. A total of 65 gold pieces, 18 silver pieces. I'm typing them up, don't worry. 2
I
chainmail.
just love the fact that you're just reading their character sheet and then giving it to him.
Absolutely. He's looting the corpses.
Exactly. You're looting
Got that right.
even mine, right? Or is
No,
it
no, he said only looting the dead. Unless,
okay.
unless he's about to pretend that you two are also dead and loot you blind.
The barbarian looks like one of these filthy southerners.
We're northerners, actually. We're northerners.
Yeah.
Well, tell that to the barbarian who's wearing nothing but fur on his shoulder.
You know what? You're
Sorry,
right.
there you go.
Alright, thank you.
There you go. Sorry. I think this would jump out at Adrian, being a soldier. I don't think you would be interested in the backpacks of random books and timber, unless you want some timber and basic cutlery.
Hey, free firewood.
Anyways, okay, you can obviously put that in your inventory later. So, Adrian, whilst you strip those 2 naked, borderline naked, what do you wish to do with the 4 people you have brought to the monastery of Andre.
I'll slam on the door.
Yeah, you bang the door a few times. No one comes. I assume you might bang again.
I'll just slam on it again and be like, open up! There's injured people here!
Okay. You hear shuffling from the inside, and the door kind of slowly... You hear multiple locks open, and the local missionary you immediately recognize as Andre kind of opens up the gates for you. Kind of... Ah! Adrian! It's been so long. Where have you been?
Father Andre, I was at the tavern when I found these injured people after an explosion near the docks. They need healing. 2 of them, I fear, may have passed already, and 2 that are still showing signs of life.
He kind of like pushes the door a bit, looks at the cart. By Lathander's light. He immediately steps outside. I'm actually going to do a perception roll.
He's gonna be like, you robbed these sons of bitches!
Andre, I understand that you are now a mercenary, but did you have to steal from these poor folk?
I look at the gold and be like, well, the dead have no use for it. I'll give them 2 coins to give to the ferryman. And I give 4 coins, 2 for each body.
May Lathander's light take them. Can you help me carry in the big one? I'll take the lady. And,
yes, of course.
And he kind of picks up Elizabeth and carries her in.
You hear me like moaning with pain.
Yeah.
Not just like not from my will. Not just like my body's just actually reacting.
Yeah.
You guys are lucky I'm not robbing you 2, man, as well. Just so you know.
Adrian, you obviously bring in, you don't know that it's Yuri, but you lay him down in the bed, same for Elizabetha, and he asks you to help him one more time bring in the other 2 bodies for a proper burial the next day. And he kind of makes you take them down to the basement together. He kind of lays them down on these wooden tables. He's like, I will need to clean these bodies later. They deserve a proper burial. And he heads back to the infirmary, and outside the apothecary room, he kind of picks up some rations. Andre gives you 2 rations. A meal hard earned, Adrian. Thank you for your service.
If you don't mind, I would like to ask them what the hell happened there. There was a large explosion at the docks. I saw a creature turn to mist before me.
He kind of like closes the door, locks the keys. Of course, you can stay, but I warn you now, I am absolutely exhausted. He kind of looks at Yuri and Elizabeth. This band of travelers came to my monastery about 4 nights ago. And they're good folk, but they have a habit of getting into trouble. And truth be told, I am spent. I have brought back one of them from the dead, and he kind of looks at Elizabeth and Yuri's bodies. Obviously, you don't know their names. Truth be told, they already owe me 1,000 gold. A diamond is not cheap.
I understand that, Father. Though it seems it may be difficult to extract payment from them in this state. Well, for you.
He kind of puts his hand on your shoulder. That is where you come in. I ask you, as your holy leader, that you will bring back 1,000 gold worth for their price.
1,000 gold, Father! I am not affiliated with these people.
You can
that should not fall upon me. These scoundrels. Whatever they fought yesterday clearly brought them whatever justice you are looking for.
You do not understand. I need you to make sure they pay the debt. You will be my ears and tongue inside this little group. Now, he casts,
wish for me to join them.
He casts like a small spell, and suddenly your alcoholic smell vanishes, and you feel your face clean. You need to look presentable by tomorrow morning. Now let me take care of their wounds. Please, there's my bed available upstairs. And he heads next to Yuri and Elizabeth. Whilst that's happening, yeah.
Bring me 1 grand, what the fuck? The dead carry no debts.
Right, jumping back to Yuri and Elizabeth as you go to rest, Adrian. Right, Yuri. You awake stiff, your muscles tense, and there is a powerful, burning pain on your right forearm. On top of that, you can feel almost if you're still suffocating, though you're not. It's almost like a lingering feeling in your throat. And above you, Father Andre seems to be applying a new wet cloth on your forehead and then moving over to the other side of the bed and doing the same for Elizabeth in the same room. Elizabeth, you likewise wake to the wet feeling on the dripping of the little watermarks down your cheeks as both of you and Yuri come to your senses. The father seems to look at both of you. A peaceful night, I hope.
And if it was peaceful, what happened?
First, let me ask you, Yuri. What is the last thing that you remember, my dear child?
Would I recall the strange being that gave me life again?
You know, give me an advantage.
Dream.
An advantage history check. Let's just see if you can remember anything at all. I'll give you advantage because it's quite strong. 19.
Oh, 19.
You absolutely remember. He didn't introduce himself by name, but you
I got a
remember.
natural 20, but because I have a -1 to intelligence.
That's life. It is a natural 20, but -1 do be like, I'm joking. I will give it to you. With a natural 20, with a natural 20, he again didn't introduce himself by name, but he promised you incredible power as long as you would act as his vessel in your shared enemy, that is the undead. And one thing you do remember is that he promised you a bloody spear. But yes, you would remember that you struck a deal and been brought back from the dead by this an anomalous creature or specter, whatever it was.
I remember being badly hurt. And then waking up, seeing somebody. I spoke to him for a bit. And then I'm back here.
Yes, well, one of the local guardsmen, a good man by Adrian, he brought you here. He found your corpses just outside of his local street, and he's just sleeping upstairs right now. But he describes you as both choked out. And he kind of lifts like a broken shard of glass and put to your face, Yuri, and you see like purple scarring across your throat, as if someone had strangled you with their arms. I do not know what you faced, but they killed you.
They killed us?
Yes, Elizabeth. And he kind of slightly like reaches for your throat and like pulls back the bandage a bit, and you've found like what seems to be a bolt that went through your throat. I do not know how you're both alive. I dare say Lathander is too merciful. As far as I'm concerned, you are specters, walking dead men and women.
Alright, listen. What happened to... I'm sorry to cut you off, Andre. What happened to the brothers? I don't see them here.
Andre seems to like struggle to breathe for a second. Yes, about the Kresniks. How do I put this lightly? We buried them.
That's a shame.
If you would like, I will take you to their gravekeep later this morning. But the brothers are no more. One of them was brought to me, and he kind of looks at you, Yuri. A tangled, twisted mess, like an ivy vine stretching through a wall. I could hardly recognize him if not for his face. His beautiful young man's face. Do you remember how Stefan
Man,
looked?
like the 10 out of 10 face, but everything else is just fucked.
And as to Thomas, he, if I had to describe him, he looked like a swollen cabbage. His face had turned green and his tongue purple. I do not know what killed him, but they were brave sons of Barovia and the children of Lathander. And for that, I cry even now. They will be missed. Do not worry, I buried them with full honors.
What's done is done. To be fair, the brothers were kind enough, but what we faced was nothing but ordinary.
You
In
faced
fact,
a monster?
We faced monsters and bandits. To be fair, I have been like stabbed many times and got back up with the skin of my teeth during that encounters for just a measly few gold.
Well, I suggest you negotiate harder in the future. As to your savior and the reason you two live, Andre, and he kind of like tries to shout up the stairs, Adrian.
Adrian's just upstairs, looking in a mirror, just grooming himself.
He must be still asleep. He's upstairs. If you want to say thank you to him, and he kind of pats you on the thigh, Yuri. Take it easy, gentlemen. Take it easy. There's a breakfast ready for you.
Can't thank you enough, Adrian. I mean, Andre.
It is my pleasure. I am still spent. He kind of like cleans his temple of sweat. It's the 4th day I am trying to bring people back from the dead. And he kind of shambles out of the room.
What's like? I was about to say, what is your motivation for bringing people back?
He kind of pulls out the dawn symbol of a rising sun. There's only one thing that keeps me going, my dear lady. The knowing of the truth that there is a new dawn just on the other side of the horizon.
I don't say anything. I just give it that stare, and turn around to Yuri and talk to Yuri, saying like, "Seems like we're the only ones alive, and the brothers are dead. So our situation is even more dire than before." But before anything we can do, I feel like we should rethink Adrian and ask about more details at the aftermath while we were unconscious.
No, I agree with you. Yes, let's go talk to Adrian. Let's thank him.
I'll lead the way. I try to find Adrian's room when I go upstairs.
Oh, it's not hidden. Don't worry. It's like a catacomb of rooms. Yeah, As you make your way upstairs, I will say this, Yuri. Your right arm looks like it's been drenched in dry blood. I would say from your wrist all the way up to your shoulder, there is some kind of tattoos you don't recognize. And they are thick, maybe 2 centimeters wide, running up. And they seem to be almost if you've been cut out, like from the inside out, as you make your way up the stairs. Getting up to the top, Adrian, you see this young lady with bandages all over her kind of stumble into your bedroom. And a tall giant kind of leaning in from behind her.
Ah, you must be the survivors I found yesterday. Or
Yes,
this morning.
it's been a whole day since I was unconscious, barely able to survive.
Who can keep tracking a land without the sun, huh?
Well, this is a
You said-
forsaken land, and I want to thank you for saving my life.
You're welcome. By the way, when you walk in, Adrian is completely like shirtless. He's wearing trousers, but he's shirtless, and he's looking in a mirror, just keeping his, just grooming himself
Just
in a
grooming.
mirror. Yeah,
Fair enough.
shaving.
Darling. Sorry.
He has a
Basically-
big beard. He's a little shorter than Yuri is, maybe 2 inches or so. Potentially just as muscular as he is, though.
Right.
Long hair, long brown hair, olive skin. Not olive skin, like tanned white, like fucking Davis's skin.
Mediterranean.
Yeah, Mediterranean skin.
And
You know.
she just says like, so I'm not just here to say my thanks, but also to ask you about what exactly happened in the aftermath of the situation that we were in last night.
That is what I was hoping to ask you too. Just puts his goddamn razor blade away.
Right.
By the time I had found you, you were beside a burning building, erupted in flames. There was another person there. A weird creature. I didn't get a proper good look at him. Disappeared before my eyes. One of your friends was caught. Well, I can only assume one of your friends. I don't know how much you know about the 2 dead people that were beside you. One of them was buried under some rubble. I had to dig him out.
One of the, pretty sure that one was Thomas. But you don't need to know their names. They're brothers, essentially, and what I've heard is that they perished in the fire. And their souls will, I don't know, wherever they would go right now. But I just want to know exactly, like, did they do anything to us afterwards?
No, by the time I arrived, the person had disappeared. It was weird. They kind of turned to mist. Turns to Yuri.
Turns to Yuri. Okay.
I am curious as to why a Southerner is associated with so many Northerners.
Southerner?
Well, I assume by the way you are clothed, or lack thereof clothes.
Oh, this. I killed a wolf long time ago, and I fight better without clothes.
I see. How do you explain that mark on your arm then?
That I
Looks like a
cannot.
southerner tattoo.
That I cannot. But look at it. It looks fresh. I just woke up with this.
Who am
I'm
I
from
to
Crest.
judge? Ah, Kresk. I forget. The old man who used to live there. I wonder how he's doing, him and his son.
Which old man?
Great, actually.
About yay tall, fawney skin, dark,
Alright. Damn, who's he talking about?
bald-headed, with a beard.
Trust me,
It's a-
he's
it's a-
I'm just gonna say it to him. I'm going to say that. Oh yeah, he's been doing very well. His son's doing okay too, and well, he's trying to be healthier.
And that is good. That's good to
Give
hear.
him the false information. Just don't bother going back up there, though.
Yeah. Why not?
Well, let's just say that the problems down south here is even worse when it goes up there. I mean, just the same as usual. Lock the doors, lock your windows, and then after you hear annoying pests like trying to pretend to be your dead friends and loved ones.
Yes,
Honestly, it's
well,
kind of pathetic.
the dangers of the night are great in Barovia. Unfortunately, we are too far away from the light of Lathander here.
Oh, God, again with Lavanda. Listen, let's not mention his name right now, okay? Lavanda doesn't do crap. So,
You are in a temple of Lathander.
yes, and it's just
It's
worship
just thanks
as
to
well.
the priests here that you are alive.
Well, I've heard that they helped heal me. It's magic, and magic's everywhere.
In Barovia, magic is a bit more difficult, let's say.
Well, yes.
It tends to have a dark taint to it, from my experience.
What kind of experiences do you have?
I have many. I have spent 10 years in the army.
You spent 10 years in the army. And, well, that makes sense of why you're able to just go in where we and save us.
Yes, there was a lot of local cowards just watching the building burn. A few brave souls followed me in after I went in to save you, to try and put the fire out.
you know, in a place like this, there's a lot of cowards tends to always go into the shadow. But what happens to us brave folk like us? We mostly perish.
Yes. Speaking of which, though, when I found you, there was also a bunch of other corpses around you. More unsavory kind. Creatures that had fangs and long claws.
Well,
Fangs. The sharp teeth more than fangs, per se.
let's just say that we've been ambushed a lot from these monstrous beings coming into ambushing us many times. I mean, we were trying to take carriages full of goods back to the bourgeoisies.
I see. Yes. So is life in Barovia.
What happened to the carriages?
There was no carriages when I found you.
Well, that's a shame.
What exactly were you even doing out there at night? Don't you know, at night time in Barovia you are meant to lock your doors?
Well, let's say we had to do a certain. Well, we were tasked on a mission to go reacquire the carriages from these bandits. And while we were attacking the bandits, again, same thing has happened again. Monsters attacked us. We then had a little temporary truce in killing the monsters and each other until the fittest survived, and we hid in the darkness until the next day. From there, we got carriages, and then from there it was all a blur, really.
I see.
Off table. Remember, I wasn't in here last session, so I don't know much.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking both of you.
Yeah, and then Yuri's not saying things right now, but it's fine because, like, again, we literally woke up from being almost dead. But it's fine. All I would say in table is the fact that, like, everything's fucked, you know? 4 days ago, one of the brothers died, they got revived. Then afterwards again, he died again. Rinse and repeat, I suppose. It's the theme of this world.
I see. Well then. I'm sorry to say, but your friends have died. 2 friends. One of them was crumpled into like a ball of paper. Legs all going in different directions.
I'm
And
pretty
the
sure.
other was rabid or something. He had foam coming out of his mouth.
I'm just gonna say this, like, I tell her, like, would Elizabeth have like flashback to how they got crumpled up or foamed up in the battle or not?
I would say you were definitely one of the last to get killed. So, yeah, you remember how Stefan had an entire building with a fireball erupt inside and collapse on top of him, whilst Yuri and Thomas breathed in some poisonous gas, whilst you just got pierced through the side of your throat and like the world went black.
Then I'll word it like this to him when I say that. Okay, now I remember. As I vision it, say like, I remember the brothers. One of them got poisoned gas on towards them, and they foamed up and fell to the ground. While the other one, well, let's just say that I saw in my vision the building falling on top of him, crushing him, like you put a brick on a paper as a paperweight. It's over there. Okay, stop coming back onto the table because my little brother used to know. She then says like, and in the end of it all, I remember feeling a sharp pain on my neck. Points towards the little round mark on my neck, and then it all went black.
Adrian, you don't need to roll a perception check. You can realize immediately that this young woman is lucky to be alive, as her artery was pierced by what seems to be an arrow or bolt, and she should have bled out that night.
I see. Well then. Seems Lathander has granted you a miracle by allowing you to continue your life. Or maybe some other creature, how should I know?
Maybe.
So very many mysteries in this land. Well,
You hear
seeing
a-
as you two are...
I got killed once, and like I remember going up the stairs, and I got, well, let's just say that certain person getting stabbed a lot. Historical reference from there. I've been stabbed many times in the abdomen, bled out, woke up again.
Ah yes, Julianos Kaiser. You must always clear your corners.
You hear a faint knocking at the door, Adrian, Elizabeth, and Yuri. And you see a young priest. You don't recognize any of you, his face or name per se, but he looks towards you, Elizabeth, and Yuri. I just wanted to pass on some message from Father Adri, that the graveyard is open. Feel free to pay your respects, and I am sorry for your loss once more. And the young man walks away.
Well, Adrian's gonna walk over and start getting clothed, start dressing up.
Right.
Sounds like my cue to leave. If you need me, I will be at the tavern. His name slips me again.
The grizzled
Maybe
bear.
I'll just be... Grizzly
Wherever
bear.
you need you, we'll go there. I'll see you soon, maybe. I don't know.
Top his halberd and his hand axes.
Mhm.
And you make your way. Yeah, you make your way to the Grizzled Bear. Meanwhile,
I'm going to the merchants.
fair enough. You make your way to
I
the
got
market.
loot to sell. My backpack is bustling.
Okay, I'll pick up with Adrian soon then. Before I do though,
Okay, Chata?
Yuri and Elizabetha, you stand together in the doorway, bandaged and bruised, but alive, at full HP. It's been 2 days, though you don't know this. Adrian does. Um, it's been 2 days, and you have fully recovered. No exhaustion points or anything, but you do stand in this domain, this room. Do you wish to do anything, if anything at all? It's a new morning. You lost half your party. You don't know. They haven't even been buried back in Kresk. Instead, they're now just part of the mob in Zeidenburg.
I'm not gonna lie. Would they even be accepted as even corpses in Crest after being banished?
Something for Elizabeth to ponder about her own exile and how you and Yuri are
again,
not
I'm
welcome.
a neutral character. In my point of view, it's very unfortunate, but mourning the dead doesn't really mean Huxley's I get to survive another day.
As Adrian's
I-
walking out, he'll turn around and be like, "Oh yes, I forgot these. I found these on the corpse of your friends." And he'll throw both of you one, each a single thing.
Lathander's dawn sign. Fair enough.
Lathander's crest
Yeah.
necklace.
Well, and now I've got two. At least I got a memento. No, remembering them. I say that to Yuri.
Would you
What's-
two? Sorry, Yuri. Please continue. My apologies.
No.
I was just going to ask, what would you two like to do as this a man in his midlife walks out and leaves you two inside the church? Your party is in all tatters, and the two of you are exiles, gypsies essentially on the road in Barovia.
At this point, we're just basically just partners in crime.
In many ways, yes.
You're just
So-
staying alive.
down the road, yeah.
Yuri, we need to come up with another plan because, in the end, all of us are down. It's just us two now. What is truly our end goal?
For now, we just we recover for a bit. That's all. We've had a big blow.
We need
We
to
lost-
recuperate, train harder, become stronger, and some way fight against these evil beings.
And hopefully not find someone that picks a fight with the vampires.
Well, yes, this is the vampire turf. Again, we need to find a way to counteract. But at this point, they have the upper hand of every single way. Hell, they might be scrying on us right now.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what you boys want to do.
Right. So I'm going to check on my stocks and basically gear myself up. We're going to have to find some new able bodies, at least 2 more people, to make this at least a functional band of misfits at this point.
Yeah, you get dressed in your equipment, and as you prepare, out the window, you see some strange figure kind of standing in the graveyard. But past that, you probably just ignore him, most likely. Maybe not. And as you head out, I assume you also get dressed. The breakfast, the breakfast is still laid out for you, though it's going cold in the in the meat hall. The dining hall. You can sit down and eat. You can obviously skip your meal. What do you two wish to do?
I want to take it easy there. I want to recuperate my strength because I had a massive blow.
Yeah.
So what I would like to do though, however, is go to a notice board or something.
Okay. Yeah. You
Sorry.
You step outside. The early dawn kind of, and the smell of fish because of the lake in the air. But as you walk through Zeidenburg, you make your way towards the main halls, and you eventually reach a notice board that mentions a need for new recruits. The barracks is hiring. The watchtower is to be reopened. The congratulations is to Lucas, the local steward. And when it comes to yourself, there's also another notice linking to Vasily. Be arriving tomorrow. Prepare for festivities. The prince, you would remember. Anything?
Would you look at that? Vasily's coming into to the city tomorrow.
What you have a 16 passive perception, Yuri, right?
Yes, I do.
There is one more note, but it's old and weathered at the bottom right of the board.
I would like to see that one.
Okay. You kind of reach for it, the wind flapping it, and as you kind of pull it off, it almost kind of crumbling in your hand. The paper's already turned yellow. Because you read deep speech, it simply says, I know who you are. And that's all it says.
And I say in deep speech back, I can't get a break, can I?
You say that out loud, yeah? Okay.
What the heck are you saying?
Look at notes.
I don't understand what that says. I don't speak that language.
How
How do you know that?
I don't know, I just do.
You just do. How could you just not just do? Is it like something that you learned from a previous life or something?
I don't, like I said, I don't know. I just know language.
But yet you don't know how to speak Celestial.
No, but I somehow speak. What's it? Elemental.
Yeah.
Deep speech.
Deep speech.
Elemental. Do you just speak
Deep
rock,
speech.
fire, water, and air or something?
I'm primordial. Yeah. I can somehow speak deep speech and primordial. I just do. I just know hell.
You just know hell. Have you been to hell? Actually,
No, I know how. I know how to speak it.
You know how to speak it.
I curse you in primordial.
What does that say? What does that note say?
He knows who I am, or she. They know who I am.
Do you think it's to you or just anybody? It's just a note on the bottom right corner of the place. Could go to anybody, not just you.
Absolutely to me, because I am the only person who spoke this stupid language yesterday. I spoke
means-
out loud during the fight.
Okay, you spoke during the fight, then that means it's them. Then, if they just say they know who we are, of fucking course they know who we are. But where are they? And I just point around the entire room. Like, where the fuck are they?
Right. Whilst you two are stuck in a bit of paranoia, trying to crashing out, trying to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna jump cameras just for a second.
Yeah.
And I do mean just for a second. Illyrian, are we here?
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Illyrian, you are in the main marketplace, right, with the local shopkeepers and main artisans for the entire large town. And you can hear the smithy cracking away, ting, ting, against the anvil. You can also smell just the putrid, horrifying, worse than Baldur's Gate tar that's coming out from the leatherworks, and you can also hear the constant grinding of chisels against wood at the carpenters, and he seems to be not bothered by the noise whatsoever that he's producing. But in the middle of the town square, you've been told by Dimitri a few days ago upon your arrival to this weird, mistaken valley, the fog kind of engulfing you in your search for basic ingredients, that if you need a traveling band, there was a group of 4 that, like you, had an awakening. They were escaping this place. And you, when trying to attempt to leave multiple times, you have not been allowed to. The fog has carried you back in, deeper and deeper into the valley. And so you realize that you're trapped here. And being a wise, extremely intelligent young wizard, you figured out that this is some kind of demiplane. Though for many of the locals, it seems like you speak in riddles, and they are bewildered. When you mentioned Waterdeep, they did not know what you're talking about. When you mentioned Baldur's Gate, they looked at you as if you were some kind of alien, a creature from a different place. But now, here in a large settlement, a town, bordering on a city, definitely getting there, with its 2 walls, you appreciate that at least here, it almost feels like the Sword Coast. Almost. Not quite.
I'm just take in this place as it's bigger than Kresk for a moment.
Oh, what? At least 1,000 times, right? Something like that? 5,000 divided by 150. 50 times. 50 times bigger.
I'll make sure to make a note of this. It's rather impressive for such backwater cursed lands. However, that's not the most pressing of matters right now. We have other business to attend to. That guy should have been the only hope for their armories. And I'm gonna head to the blacksmith.
Fair enough. You approach the blacksmith, and similar to your experiences in Neverwinter, there is a long queue of maybe 40 people this early in the morning outside of this smith, and he's making what you can tell even now from the distance is essentially caltrips, these like spiked triangles you could throw around, and he's kind of ignoring all the customers in a queue, just getting on with whatever he's doing, and they're waiting patiently from what you can see, though a small portion, aren't getting grumbled.
Excuse me, fine gentlemen. Assuming most of them are men.
Yeah, I would say maybe 80 or so % of them. Not all of them, but yes, majority.
I will be stepping forward just to ask some questions.
The vast majority of them seem to even ignore you, not even pay attention to you. The few that were disgruntled, immediately one of them kind of pipes up, "Hell no, you're not. This queue? See this queue? At the back of the queue, young man."
You're here to get work done, I presume.
Yeah. Like, look at and he braces his braces that seem to be smashed into pieces. They're bent because of this clown. And he points at the smith at the front.
Great. I'm simply here to ask a question. So, I will be stepping forward, and then I will be out of your hair.
He kind of looks you up and down. What's it with the weird clothes?
What is he wearing?
He has like a. You don't need to. He has like a white shirt, a leather vest, like a waistcoat basically, and what seems to be like a feathered fedora essentially. And he seems to be having like a short sword in his sheath on the left side of his hip, and his braziers. Not wearing heavy armor today, at least it looks like. But you assume he's some kind of warrior from the fact that he has a blade compared to most. Whilst you're lining him up, another weird figure in heavy armor arrives, carrying a heavy sack, and joins the queue of 41 now in the far back. Yes, it's Adrian. Obviously, you don't know him, but he seems to be bringing a heavy load. But yeah, Adrian, my apologies.
Where I'm from, this would be considered normal.
And like now, you notice Adrian, like more people are looking at you. And where are you from exactly? One of the like smaller fingers eyes you up.
I fear that you wouldn't quite be cultured enough to understand. More so, you probably wouldn't have heard of it.
They look at each other. Now listen here, man. We are simple villagers, sure. But I know this valley like the back of my hand. So where you from? Robes? You some
Not
kind of
from this
nobility?
valley.
Not from this valley. He's insane. He's lost his mind. You hearing this guy? He's not from this valley. Okay. Tell me then, Mr. Big Shot, where you from?
Waterdeep.
He looks at you up and down. Yeah, I mean, you're deep in water. If you get me.
As I suspect. I'm gonna pull out my book and I'm gonna pull out my book, cut him off and go, before misfortune befalls you, I recommend you allow me to continue my business. If that is of bad taste to you, then I will proceed with my idea.
Listen, it's fine. Everyone here is a drunkard. Clearly you're a bit tipsy. Go right ahead. And he motions forward to the smith.
Thank you very much.
You kind of, as you walk away, you do hit. I know you're ignoring them, but like you do hear one of them immediately whisper, "He's deep in them cups, is where he's at." Yeah, chugging away. And obviously, Adrian, yeah, you noticed this exchange as well. But eventually, Elrian, you reach the front of the smithy, and he continues making these ball cow trips, kind of ignoring everybody, kind of eyeing them up, throws it into the next sack.
Tell me, have you perhaps provided any heavy armory and weaponry for 3 young men?
You're gonna have to be better than that, because I provide equipment for the whole goddamn town.
I'm gonna just stop for a second, recall, and go, a large man, a paladin, and a priest of the Dawnfather?
Oh! Those 3. Oh, those 3. Yeah, one of them, big as a giant. You should have seen him. Walks in here, thick as a brick. Got him a brand new axe, though. Good deal that was. The other 2, if you ever catch them, he kicks open a chest, and you see like a pile of copper coins inside. Remind him he's due his coins. I'm waiting for my gold. And the last one, you mentioned like a priest. He was probably the best one of all of them. Yeah. A man of faith. I can respect it.
It seems I'm in the right place then. Okay, well, with that being said, any idea where they might be staying?
Oh, everyone knows where the priest went. He was at the church. You know the local church? Andre the Father? I'm not a man of faith myself. Okay, no worries. And he points over in like the southwest direction towards the docks, just by the main entryway. When you come towards the heart of the town, at the bottom, Old Greenwich Road, you can't miss it. Tall building. Big bell tower. To the paladin, I assumed it was his bodyguard. They were close as thieves, those 2. I mean, they tried to rob me of my gold. Me, an honest merchant. Can you believe it?
Can I Actually, no, I won't inside check him. It seems to be quite honest. At least he's
What is
helping me
taking
out.
so long? We're all waiting here.
Shut your fucking gob back there. You wait like everyone else. How can I help you, your nobility? He leans in and looks at you, Illyria.
I'm not nobility. I'm common folk from where I am.
Then why are you dressed in the fancy robes? You look like the Tana is giving you a run for your money.
I would happen to be a mage.
Can you roll me a persuasion check against my insight? Natural 20. You don't need to roll a persuasion check. He immediately looks at you. A mage. Oh, okay. Shit. Where you from, young man?
Unfortunately, I fear if I told you, you wouldn't.
Believe
No,
you?
I'm not from this valley.
You're not from this valley. I believe you. I believe you. Listen, compared to these, come here. And he opens the door to his smithy. Come inside, please.
I'm gonna lean in and then I just follow him as he
Yeah.
tells me to like.
Adrian, you watch this mage and him walk into his private smithy, and the smith goes outside and just turns the sign to "We're closed" and closes the door.
What the hell, man?
41 of you still in the queue. And most people, except you and those couple, like I said, that are disgruntled, just stare forward, blank stares, no reaction. Meanwhile,
We
inside,
seriously need to get a new blacksmith here. This bastard is taking our coin, taking liberties with it.
meanwhile, you and Ferrum, obviously you don't know his name, Illyrian, he leans in and he says, I assume you're one of those outsiders?
Can I insight check him? Why does he know anything of? Who needs guidance?
That passes a DC 20, which is as high really as it gets. My only other one is 25. He looks at you, and you immediately tell he is way more than just a smith than he is leading in on.
He's a scammer too.
Yeah, with a 21, you know that he's clearly more than just a smith. He is hiding it well, but he seems to be way too much knowledgeable. You know what? He is confiscating stupidity. Because you're so intelligent, I think you're like a 19 or a 20 in intelligence. He is confiscating stupidity.
Perhaps. It.
He looks you up and down. Okay, I'm gonna cut the fluff. Just like yourself, I am not from this valley, but I hide amongst these stupid imbeciles. Listen, we're trapped here. You, me, everyone with an actual soul. I've been trying to get out of this place for 20 plus years. We are stuck in this hellhole, and that bloody, looks around paranoid. Count. He runs the whole show.
I haven't been here long. I'm not privy to all of this information, but by count, you mean
Him.
one of Strahd's children?
No.
Or grandchildren?
No. I don't know how he done it, man, but he's immortal. It's him.
The same
Strahd
from 300 years ago.
Yes. Near the Lurkwood. I know. I'm from Luskan. Where are you from?
Waterdeep.
Just south of me. A good place. An honorary place. How's the council?
What would I know of the current council?
They're still the Faceless 12. But
If it's like what you know of? Yep.
But they've been running it pretty smoothly so far. There hasn't been any major political scandals.
It's the same as it's always been, if you know what that's like.
What year is it in Sword Coast?
I would would need help answering that from your gameplay point of view on us.
Standard period is 492.
I will relay that information to him.
Okay. He looks at you. Jesus Christ. Time here flows differently. Fuck.
I plan on making an escape.
You don't
I'm
understand.
not quite...
I've been here. I fought for 22 years. Repeat the date? What day of reckoning is it?
492.
I've been here since 1372. Holy shit. 120 years and about 22 here. So 1 year is about 5 and... Everyone's gone. Shit.
Regardless, if you know what it's like to live outside, then there's no need for you to die in such miserable land.
You don't understand. Even if I escape like you, all my family are gone.
It's better than living here. I'll say that much for sure.
You got a discount. Whatever you need, man. Those three, they have souls. They have souls. And then he kind of motions through the window. Come here. And he points through the window. And Adrian, you see like the pulling slightly off the curtains because you have very high passive perception, and you see the smith pointing at your cue. You can't obviously hear what the hell he's saying, but jumping back to your side of the window, Elrian, with the smith Ferrum immediately points at the cue and he's like, "Look at their faces. Look at their faces. What do you see?"
Not a smile in sight, if that's a chance what you reference.
Exactly. Only that one in the back is very feisty, and those three, and he points to like the people you spoke of earlier. Those four, they have soul, they have spirit. The rest, they're just husks. They're not real.
Oh, well, I guess you learn more about this place every day. And I'll record that into like my little book in front of him.
Listen, there's a lot of sayings. You should familiarize yourself with they're like guidelines to live by.
Well, I'm open to any and all information.
The big one you should learn right now is that there is no kindness after sunset that does not cost interest. Keep that in your mind. There's always a price.
That bold bastard is taking liberties with our time now too. Look at him through the mirror. I can see you, you bastard. Open the door.
Okay. Those stupid peasants want me to get back to work. So listen, you have a safe harbor here, wizard. But just remember me, yeah? Remember me when you're gonna try to get out.
I will take you into deep consideration.
Thank you.
And thank you for showing me a kindness most have not.
And then he immediately kind of smiles at you one last time. And then as he opens the door, now apologies, okay? Prepare for this. What do you want, you fucking scoundrels? Get out of my house, you fucking idiot. Get out! You in the back. You have gold? Come here.
Yes, I have gold. God damn, it took your fucking sweet time.
And the smith, obviously, as Ilrian, as you step out the smith, he heads back to his old persona, kind of forwarding the man in the back. Obviously, you don't recognize him forward. What do you need, huh? You got the
Adrian
money?
just looks at Ilarion up and down and just goes, "You didn't even buy anything. What the hell was taking so long?"
Yeah, that's why I said get the fuck out of my house. Were you not listening?
Okay.
You're deaf.
Okay. I'm going. It's fine.
Shit.
And I'm gonna stare at Adrian as I like walk past, just like playing over what he said in my head.
You immediately realize that Adrian and no more than 5 people, like you notice 2 more, have actual facial expressions of frustration and anger. The rest of them are just blank dolls facing forward, waiting in a queue, kind of almost like saliva forming on their mouths. They are faceless. They're just like a robot staring forward.
Right, I'm gonna head to the tavern.
Yeah, whilst that's happening, Adrian, let's keep it with you then. You wish to
Adrian's
sell...
gonna walk in and close the door behind him and just go, I have an offer for you.
I'm
One
all
that you
ears.
have never seen before.
I very much doubt it. I'm way older than you. At least 10 years your senior. What's up?
Maybe. You bald-headed demon. I'm gonna open my bag and pull out 2 sets of chainmail.
These look brand new. Almost
Indeed
as...
they do. I was wondering how much I could get for them.
He looks them up and down.
I know that I bought mine for 50 a couple months ago, so I can only assume maybe 100 gold or so.
He looks them up and down. For a second there, I thought you might have nicked them out of my own storage, but... Okay,
No.
Let's say... A man does not pay the price on a premium. I am buying this stuff back. I will give you 80
Of course.
gold.
80 gold. Not bad, not bad. Did you not hear about the explosion last night? These came from there, you know. If you want, I can give you some information. I was there at the site.
He kind of looks back, thinks deeply for it. Like, you've never seen the Smith think so hard. Okay, 100 gold, and you better give me some incredible information here about what happened.
Of course. So when I arrived, heard a large explosion. Kaboom! Whole dock's basically shut down right now.
I heard
As they're
about that.
rebuilding.
Yeah.
I arrived, the street was covered in carcasses. These zombie-looking things.
You're pulling my toe.
I swear to you, Lathander's truth. It was covered 6 or 7 dead bodies, rotting already, and there was one amongst them taller than the rest. Some savage, perhaps from the southern lands.
Well, I don't fully buy that, but I assume you picked the corpses and brought me this gear.
Of course.
Well, what of the corpses?
And as I arrived, there was another creature there. Man, I did not see him. I think a man. I did not get a proper look.
How did they
Creature
look?
made out of shadows, basically. As I arrived, it disappeared as quick as the night into darkness. It was as if the shadows were attached to his body.
Well, I personally do not believe in all the fairy tales, young man.
Neither do I.
But what you
But
say
I'm
is...
telling you what I saw.
And I have no doubt to believe you. After all, you brought the gear I crafted.
Indeed.
And I actually recognize potentially the bodies. Was it by chance on 2 young men?
Yes, I was going to say, I found these on 2 bodies not too far away from those others. One was inside the building that had blown up.
Well,
It was as if the building had collapsed on top of him. Poor bastard. Legs going both left and right. It looked like a broken clock.
you see the Smith
And the
ponder.
other one frothing from the mouth.
You see the Smith ponder for a while, and then you see him raise his head back at you. Listen, I'll give you 100 gold and an extra 2 gold pieces. Run to the old inn for me.
I will, but I have a proposition for you first. I
Go
will
on.
give you all of these. It seems that they were crafted new and from you. And I placed the warhammer on the table as well. This I found on one of the bodies as well. I'm gonna keep the sword for myself. I am
Okay.
curious as to whether or not I can also include my own personal set of chainmail armor on top of this and potentially purchase something even better, upgrade, you know.
Okay, let's say 108 gold pieces for the 3 chain meals plus a warhammer and the information you gave me.
I was thinking as well, you know, you don't exactly have a lot of fans in town. I don't know if you could tell.
I'll be honest with you. You have a lot of heart and spirit, so I'll speak plainly. I do not give a fuck about
I
them.
understand that. But as a businessman, you must also understand that reputation is everything. So I was thinking, perhaps you can sponsor me. Give me a bit of a discount on new armor sets and whatnot. And in return, I shall spread the news of your successful shop here. I see that you craft great many masterful works.
He kind of looks at you. Do you think I am a fucking asshole because I want attention?
No,
Quite the opposite.
but I think you are a smith, like any other. You are one of the few smiths left. It is better if you have a positive reputation. I'm a mercenary. I deal with other mercenaries. I can tell them to come your way. I also, you know, deal with the soldiers a lot.
At that, he actually will roll an insight check.
Go ahead.
Natural one. I don't fucking believe you. You don't
You
look
don't
like...
believe that I am a soldier?
I believe that maybe you're a hired blade.
Ah, you can ask the guards. I am Adrian Radoescu. You can ask them. Surely they should know of me.
Well, listen here, Adrian.
Born and
promise-
raised in this town.
I promise you this much. Those scoundrels, they'll be all lining up tomorrow, same time. That's why you're here. I took you in because I'm not gonna keep you. 180 gold pieces. You said you wanted an upgrade?
Yes, preferably something better than chainmail. I myself am also suffering from this. And with all due respect, Mr. Blacksmith, it seems if these two have bought these armor relatively new, it did them no good in helping them survive.
My weapons and armor can protect you from any blade. Magic,
As I believe.
that's a different ball game, eh? You describe this person turning into shadow and mist.
Yes. It was as if it was one of the monsters of the children's fairy tales.
Well,
Scared me half to death, honestly.
I do not blame you. There are far, far worse things than wild beasts in those woods. Okay, you wanted a discount, you'll get a discount. For 160, you can get some splint.
And what about a little bit better?
You
Something a
cannot.
little heavier.
You can't afford plate.
What do you mean? How do you know? Stand proud. You never know, I can be rich.
My rich customer has already walked out.
What, that little man?
That little man has a lot of money.
Perhaps. But so do I.
Yeah?
So what do you say? How much is plate? How much is the going rate of plate?
Because of the shortage of materials, 2,000 gold.
Well, I brought you new material right in front of you.
You have. But if I smelt this down at most, I might get a chest piece. How about the bracers? The thigh piece? The helmet? My point is the same.
I cannot decide what you do with that.
Listen, Adrian Radowski.
Like I said, I can send other mercenaries your way to buy to Proverse and such here. I'm a man of great reputation amongst the mercenaries of the town, you know.
Listen, Adrian, you can get the old mine in Immel working again, or even some work from Tuteldorf coming back up here. The caravans running, and I can get some fresh iron, maybe some fresh steel. You'll have your plate at a much more reasonable price. Until then, we're short for materials. Splint's already expensive to produce.
Understand. Very well, I will take the splint armor you speak of.
160 pieces. I am not scamming you, I'm giving...
160, I am giving you 180. So that is, you owe me 20 gold.
Absolutely. You are a man who knows his numbers. And he pulls out a beautiful, like, leather piece with chained iron, almost like ingots across the top and upper chest, including the shoulder blades, slides it towards you. Get dressed. Come on, you're not going to walk out in public with just a shirt on. Come on.
Of course not, of course not. I will, and I'm going to start putting it on just to see if it fits.
It does. It does. He kind of loosens one of your belts in the back. Right. That should do.
Fits well.
That's your splint.
I thank you.
And I see you have also a tower shield.
Yes. Once more, I found that, unfortunately, in the corpses.
Yes. It seems for a soldier, you're a bit of a skullduggery man, huh?
Well, what can I say? I'm now a mercenary, unfortunately. You know, hard times have hit everybody, and with the recent problem with the town and its, the cults.
Yes.
There is more gold to be found being mercenary.
Adrian, I know you want to put your name out there, but you know the old saying. Names have a weight to them. Don't give yours away. And here you are, spitting it freely. How can you know I'm not gonna sell you out?
Well, I am hoping you would not, but, if you're speaking about this like this so openly, perhaps I should not trust you, and I should,
I just calm down, Hired Blade. If you want work, it's available in the Ashen Fort at the top of the hill. The burgomasters have enough work for the whole town. Anyways, like I said, and he slides you an additional 2 gold pieces. Let the young rich client know that the people he's looking for are already dead.
That is unfortunate. Do you know where I can find him?
The inn.
I did not exactly watch him walk out. The inn.
He mentioned he's heading to the Grizzled Bear. I guess he's looking for axemen, or maybe woodsmen. One or the other. Take it easy, Adrian Radowsko. I will remember your name.
Appreciate it. And I shall not remember yours, unfortunately, for we did not make this business deal, this sponsorship deal.
Who said we haven't?
Unless you want to make a sponsorship deal.
Who said
yes, you're right. You gave me the discount. Yes, you're correct. What is your name?
My name is Ferrum, but you should already know that I'm the last remaining smith. Take it easy.
Look, as a soldier, you forget some stuff out here. The darkness is too much to handle sometimes. It's walking out. But I appreciate you. I see you take great pride in your look. I appreciate that. Every man should.
Travel safe here, Adrian. And as you walk away from that polite exchange, he immediately turns to the rest of the people. Right, you, and he chooses like 5 random people, as far as you're concerned, from the line. He's like, come forward. And they do. They walk forward. And he takes them into his store. And the rest of the 37 are forced to still wait there.
Fucking scumbag.
Where would Adrian head, sorry?
I'm gonna start heading towards the tavern to get a drink and some food.
Fair enough. Did you take the 2 gold pieces he gave you to send the message? Yeah, cool. Right, jumping to the Grizzled Bear. Illyrian, are you here?
Illyrian is here.
Fantastic. Illyrian, you open the door to the inn, and the Grizzled Bear, as you saw the gigantic sign outside as you enter through the mud, immediately you are once again met for the second night in a row by woodsmen and hunters across the tables, their seekses and short axes at their belts, bows across. There is the line of about 20 boars and deer and even moose across the walls in mantles. And above the fireplace itself, the biggest one, is this beautiful black elk head that seems to be mounted. There seems to be the carpets themselves are made out of their skins, and it seems like the inn takes great pride in its heritage. There is a smell of wine everywhere, and interestingly enough, because there's so much wine, compared to the Sword Coast, you see no cheap ale, mead, or even a mug of a brewing whiskey. It is just wine wherever you look.
Interesting. I don't feel like drinking, but perhaps food will do me good.
Most folk do not seem to pay too much. Most folk don't seem to pay too much attention to you. But as you sit down at one of the tables, eventually the innkeeper Jonas, obviously you don't know his name, but he approaches you with his thick brown kind of covered my apologies a vest and linen, and he kind of approaches you and says, "Oh, well, welcome to my Grizzly Bear Inn. How could I be of service to you, your majesty?"
I seem to be getting that quite a lot now.
Are you not? You wear very fancy robes.
Not royalty, but regardless. I'll be taking...
Would you like to hear some of the menu?
That would actually do me a great justice.
Oh, well, we sell trout, we sell some shark, barracuda, hellfish, a quippers, a megalodon, a bit of mitcha, a fanka. If you fancy, we also have nelma, a catfish, a carp.
Inside check him. How does someone acquire food like this in a place this poor?
He seems quite genuine in his expression. As to your question, how? You remember the gigantic black lake that was as big as the lakes of the dragons in Alm, just outside of the town?
Right.
It doesn't fully explain all the variety, but the fact that it's predominantly fish and he hasn't named anything else yet, and he's still going, and then there's a Laukvid and a Laut itself and a Chaos and an Escal, you realize that this lake is plentiful in fish. Eventually he does switch to, and then there's Vason if you prefer, a bit of wild boar, maybe some wolf, though I warn of parasites, some fox. Or do you have something you fancy specifically?
If I may interrupt you, how much do these meats cost?
Well, I mean, for a man of your prestige, I assume you can afford anything.
Irrespective to the question.
Well, fish
out
is
of
definitely the
curiosity.
cheapest. I would say standard bit of glass of wine with, let's say, trout, my most common choice, about 5 silver pieces.
I'll have some trout, but you can hold the wine.
Would you like some cheese on the side with the trout at least?
Yes, please.
Okay. It doesn't take long. At most 2 minutes as he comes back, gives you a plate with a quarter of a wheel of cheese and a freshly cooked trout, it looks like, with its head taken off. Please enjoy your meal. Do not choke on a bone, as they say. And he leaves you. You do get some stares. No one comments or approaches you per se, but some people do glance in your direction. Do you wish to do anything, or are you just going to enjoy your meal and rest for a while?
I'm just gonna eat my food, wait a little bit, and while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna think to myself that I should never have to eat like this.
Yeah, in a weird way for a mage, you're kind of getting your hands dirty. They didn't even produce cutlery for you. They just straight up expect you to take the wheel and bite into it. Same with your fingers, pull out the meat from the fish. And very quickly your fingers are getting greasy. But whilst that's happening, and you're kind of repulsed by the whole incident, the door opens, and Adrian, you step in, and you find this fancy-looking noble in red robes you recognize from the smithy, kind of slowly pulling the fish towards his mouth, almost disgusted, having to put it without any you assume cutlery to his mouth.
Well, that looks disgusting. You walk in and just go, "Greetings, gentlemen! I come to
Adrian!
you today with an offer, like you would never hear before.
Go on,
You
Adrian.
know the carpenter,
The carpenter. Yeah, what about him? Kraturu.
tower shields he sells, you know, normally around like 15 gold or so. I am willing to sell you one, 9 gold. Just
Roll a,
today's offer."
roll a persuasion check to the room.
Persuasion, where is it?
Yeah, Aelirin, you see this guy walk in, pitch this shield, and some of the men do start offering, gold pieces. One starts 5. No, I'll give it for 7. Then 9. Then one is 10. Eventually, because you did break DC 20, eventually they do sell on actually 11 gold. And as that's as high as they go, as one of the guys you recognize, Stevenson, kind of approaches you. Here you are. Give me that beautiful.
Here you
piece.
go, here's your shield.
It's brand
Pleasure
new.
doing business with you. Yes, brand new. What can I say, you know? It is me we're talking about here. I have a reputation for this thing.
That you do, Adrian. I hope you haven't picked it off a corpse.
Oh, well.
Adrian? Why are you smiling? But you gone silent.
Perhaps, you know, welcome to Barovia. Nothing, want not waste not, you know. You cannot choose out here.
It's okay, friend. Hope is loud.
I actually got it
survival
from
of
the
Italy.
explosion last night. I will tell you all about it.
Feel free to join our table. Any motions for you to join the fight?
First, I need to do something over here. I need to speak with this little blonde fellow.
Ugh. Can you get him out of our inn? And Illyrian, you do hear this, by the way. They don't even hide it. Can you get this noble out of our inn, man?
I'm gonna stare at him and go. Common folk of this land are so straight up disrespectful. Plain ignorance.
We're simple
what it
folk,
is, you know,
nobility. We just want you. Wait, did you think that, Illyrian? My apologies, did you say that?
Oh no, I'm gonna say that out loud.
I was gonna say that. He looks at you. Oh, I mean, no offense to you, nobility, but we're simple woodsmen, and you're in our inn. We enjoy our simple pleasures in life.
Do not mind him, my friends. I'll pull out a silver or 2.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I have a silver for anyone who can bring me a stew, breakfast stew.
Huh. And Steve again snatches it up and walks off to grab you a bit of stew. Whilst that's happening, what do you wish to do, Adrian, if anything?
You sit down in front of Alarian, or Elarian, whatever the fuck your name is, Alarian.
Illyrian, on the other side of him, yeah. Illyrian, you see this well-groomed, black-haired gentleman in quite heavy armor, wearing splint, you recognize it, and a tower shield behind him. Reminds you, in some ways, of a description of the man you came to looking for. In others, he is much older. He is definitely not a man in his 20s anymore. But he is in heavy armor and well-equipped, and he sits opposite you and faces you.
Greetings, friend. The way you speak, it makes it sound like you're not from these lands, but that could not be possible. We have not seen anyone new except for those foul, whatever they will call the traveling people of this land. Thieves, all of them.
Did he spit?
Yeah, he did.
I seem to Believe that you're a thief. The way you steal and loot corpses.
It is Barovia. You get used to it as you spend more time here. You know, you cannot survive if you do not make do with the cards, with the hand that the life gives you, you know.
That sounds more like a threat than anything. I'd rather
No
not
threat.
I'd rather not spend time here.
I see, but I came here to tell you something, potentially, unfortunately, for you though. I was paid by the blacksmith to inform you that some of the men you were looking for have died. I assume you were looking for that priest and that I don't know how to describe him, that bodyguard, holy bodyguard, a warrior of some kind.
The paladin.
Yes, paladin, that's it.
I
They have
was.
both fallen last night at the explosion last night. I'm not sure if you heard it or not, whether you were even in town.
Actually, no. I've only just arrived here this morning.
I see. Well then. There was an explosion last night at the docks. A house collapsed and fell upon some people. I believe the house next door burnt down as a result of the flames though. It's very unfortunate.
Indeed. Any news of what they fought?
I cannot say with certainty, but when I arrived, there were corpses of these zombie-like creatures. Like they looked like ghouls, foul creatures, and there was one of the dead bodies, a big bastard, large as I am. Not armored though, he looked like a native.
Hard to make sense of it. Can't quite tell if they're undead or if they are simply just cursed by this land.
I can tell by the way you speak you are not from these lands. You are a foreigner here, yes?
Correct, and quite
I can
thankfully
also tell
so.
by the way you groom yourself. You're also a man who keeps himself well groomed. That is good. You know, hygiene is of highest order in a land so filthy.
I would typically agree with you. Well, it's not. I'm inclined to believe that the common folk of this place don't share that mentality.
Yes, unfortunately, a lot of them do not. Many of them do not even leave their hamlets that they are born in, these towns, if you can barely call it that. I had the good fortune of spending some time all over Barovia as a soldier in service of our Lord Strahd von Zarovich. Before I came back here, there were some things that
Interesting.
became disillusioned, so to speak.
Perchance, do you think you could explain how Strahd von Zarovich looks?
Of course, he is about a little shorter than I am, about maybe 6 foot, 6'1" tall, proud like a lion, stands with his damn near like a C, as if his chest is puffed out.
That
I
is.
do not know a lot about him per se, but from the very little I did see, he wears very fine clothes. And unfortunately, he's also suffering from what we call baldness. His hairline is like a U.
But given that would make sense at his age, no?
Yeah, I mean, yes, of course. At his age, of course. I hear news that his son will be arriving in town soon, Visali.
Would Vasily have been alive at the time I would have read about this?
No. You never heard of this person before until now.
His son must be in his 70s, no?
No, from the little I know of him, I know him to be a young man, potentially younger than I am, or around the same age.
I want to say it quietly. You are aware that the Count has lived to over 300 years, correct?
Strahd, no, we are currently on, what was it, like, Strahd von Zarovich, the 35th or something? I do not remember.
Right.
There have been many previous counts of these lands.
Things have been different as to what I was told earlier. As far as I was concerned, this was the same Strahd.
Not that I can remember. No, but maybe. I do not know. There are many weird things that you can find in these lands. Our current Lord Strahd, he had conquered this land from a foreign force before the mists had arrived.
Ah,
Yeah, unfortunately, there were some bad things that happened with his brother Sergei. Some unfortunate things, you know, nobility and their families, so to speak. But
we'll
for
have
the
to
last 30, 40 years, it's been like this for us.
you'll have to enlighten me. We'll have to grab a drink sometime and
Of course, this land is called Barovia in honor of our Lord Strahd's father, Lord Barov.
oh, honestly I wasn't aware of half of this.
Yes, well, welcome to Barovia, my friend. There are many mysteries in these lands, if you know where to look. Unfortunately for you, I do. But I should let you know, my services do not come cheap.
Not cheap. I thought as much. I had not even a tiny inkling, I won't sugarcoat it. I knew you would try and sell some sort of service to me.
Yeah, what can I say? Everybody is trying to make a living in this land, this sun-forsaken land.
What gives you the hint that I need a bodyguard?
Well, the way you walk around here, and the way you speak about people, you can get yourself in danger very quickly in these lands. Sometimes you need the extra muscle to make sure nothing inconspicuous happens, you know what I mean?
Fortunately, yeah.
This land used to be infested with cultists of the Dark Lady Shar. You know, her cultists tend to live in the shadows and such. Perhaps you need someone to watch your back.
That would explain part of the magic, I feel. Rather intoxicating with the feel of religion.
I see, yes, you should likely be careful here. I fear from the very little I have read of magic, I'm not very knowledgeable on the stuff personally, there tends to be a darkness in the magic that lives in this land.
I've gathered that general feel. Anyways, I don't...
I forgot, I should also let you know, some of the companions of the people you are looking for, two of them are still alive. A man taller than me, dressed like a local savage, but apparently claims to be of Crest from the north. Weirdo. And a little woman. I did not get their names, I do not remember, I think. Maybe Elizabeth or something along that line, and Yuri or some shit.
pretty close. As far as I know, I can't confirm they are from Kresk, however.
I see. Ah, you are also from Crest, eh?
No, I stumbled through the mist and found Kresk to be one of the first hamlets, I suppose.
Who am I to judge, I guess.
Well, I'm not sure about paying for a bodyguard, so to speak, but
Why
I
not?
will say,
You seem like you can afford one.
where I'm from, this is how the more common wizards dress.
The more common. I see. Common wizard, that is a bit of an oxymoron to me, but fair enough.
Why, there aren't any wizard towers around Barovia?
No, unfortunately, the tallest tower you will find is Castle Ravenloft. That place has an eerie feeling to it. I never went inside myself, but, you know, when we would gather around outside of it, that place just... I guess maybe it wasn't magic, I do not know. It felt like you were being licked on the back of your neck, just being there.
It's a rather odd description of it, but I suppose I will have to be visiting Castle Ravenloft.
If you get an invitation, I would be delighted to go with you if you get an invitation. I've always wanted to be inside, see what it's like in there.
Well, if I'm entirely honest with you, I didn't get your name before we...
Ah, yes, my bad. My name is Adrian Radoescu.
I sometimes do forget that Barovia is meant to be somewhat foreign in nature. I'm Ilorian.
Lari. Good to meet you.
Likewise, I offer my hand. I'll be getting out of Barovia sometime soon.
Getting out? The only people that know how to leave this land are the Vistani. Those people I was speaking about before, those thieves. Untrustworthy, not.
Seems I need to meet with the Vistani then. You're more than welcome to tag along if you would like, but alas, I'm not in the mood to pay.
I'm not up to anything. I'll tag along, we'll see how this goes. Perhaps you will find yourself in need of me. Maybe then you will be convinced.
Okay. Right, as you two head out the tavern, we're gonna jump back to Elizabeth and Yuri. Oh my god. The filthy gypsy. Anyways. Right, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, my apologies. Where were you heading after that little interaction between you and Yuri and the paranoia that was caused upon you in the middle of the road?
As far as I remember, long back, it was right after Adrian left his room. We were walking out, and I did speak to Yuri, saying we should try and like recuperate our numbers, and like also like getting, but first our health comes first. Can think of another strategy. In this point, the drive is slowing down, or Elizabeth, and basically Yuri is basically Haxis. What was Yuri doing, by the way?
You were two at the board, the work board and notice board of any major events happening.
I was going to go up to there, like we were going towards the board, and we were just crashing.
Yeah,
like,
you had a crash out because Yuri said that the note says "I know who you are" in deep speech,
Yeah.
and he translated it for you.
Yeah, like what was Yuri thinking at that time? That's something I need. Like I was just asking, like, where are they?
Oh, we'll never know. We won't know until they appear to show themselves.
Okay, but it's kind of stupid just saying we know who you are, and just in the own language, and then just doesn't say elaborate further.
No, they just want to let.
If they want
to be mysterious.
Mysterious, they killed two of our friends.
Look, we don't know if it's them or not.
At this point, Yuri, anybody besides anything outside of the city is basically an enemy. It's a threat.
I agree with you, but look, we don't know yet. We don't know. Let us see how things go. We'll take everything one step at a time.
Right, then let's just take some small little things, get some bread, and rest up until tomorrow. How about that?
Yeah,
Like, look into one of the billboards and choose which one that seems harmless for us to do.
Well, that would be tomorrow then. Vasily is coming to the town.
Great.
He healed your wounds last time. That was your interaction with the young prince.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like, in my point of view, like, he healed our wounds out of pity. We're not basically acquaintances to a point where, like, friends or even, like, just, like, you know, even a talking level, right? So I believe that what I would say is that, hold on, if there's a festivity, that means that they're preparing things as of now until tomorrow.
Yes, actually.
Well, then maybe, Coxes, both me and you can help prepare the festivities tomorrow and earn a quick buck. Well, sorry, I can't say buck. A quick gold.
You think?
Well, considering the fact that the town is already caught up on the whole, buildings burning for the past few days. Pretty sure that people are, stretched thin and they need some help, maybe.
I guess we could do so, but look, I don't want to grab too much attention to us, especially, I got this stupid letter.
So we should lay low. All right then. What's the best place to lay low on?
Not low exactly, because we still need to be a bit active. But we can't make too much presence.
Us being here is already too much presence. Like, we are already acquainted to person in church. We've gone around to the bourgeoisie. And before they died, our paladin friend was talking to a mysterious lady that can control people. Remember that?
What kind of monkey are you? What kind of monkey are you?
Actually, do I recall that? Wait.
I don't think that was ever mentioned, and that was.
Oh, it's not mentioned. Oh shit! Sorry.
That was definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't
ever mentioned.
There's like nothing to work with. Not a lot.
She wiped my mind. she wiped Stefan's mind after the
Oh, then
interaction.
I can't say anything about that. Like, I'm just gonna quickly say, like, how are we going to lay low? Is there any way to lay? Just trying to going to do something is better than doing nothing today. You know?
Look, my friend, just relax for now. It's not. Just relax. You're stressing too much.
That's the whole point, Yuri. I am stressed.
Well, look, do not.
Yes,
My friend,
I'll make sure to not stress after you said do not stress.
it works. It's simple.
It's not that simple, Yuri.
Look, what helps me is kill. You find something, you kill something.
Alright, then go kill something then. Like, that just means you're just exerting your anger onto the something, I don't know. We've done it already for the past few days. And hell, most of we did most of what many people wouldn't do. Killing.
Good, exert more anger.
That's coming from the source.
Let the hate flow through you.
I'm less hateful and more paranoid, Yuri. Me and you, not I. we and you just survived a deadly encounter. You know what I mean? And before that, we were technically always being ambushed. Remember, it all started since we were hailed arrows in the front gates of the city.
We will change that. I'm not being ambushed no longer.
If we're ambushed, then that means that they need something from us, or that they just really want to kill us.
I won't let anyone do this to me anymore. Because
Why
you
not
will not
ambush
me.
them?
Yes, but look, I'm not strong enough.
Well, you don't need to use bronze. You can use cunning.
You're talking to me.
Well, yeah. Well, me and you are still a team, aren't we? I could somehow think of a way to make some. No, it's impossible. It's gonna make some nitroglycerin. There's no point using it.
Look, yes, me and you are a team. But I'm not a smart man.
It takes time.
I will say, whilst this conversation is happening,
Yeah.
whilst you're being lectured, Yuri, by Elizabeth, you don't need to roll for me. You kind of have like almost a migraine form in your head, and just for a split second, you're traveling back in time, and you see an older gentleman turn back towards you in his overcoat, kind of take a deep sigh and breath as he stares at your face, and you see sheer disappointment before he starts to speak. Vladimir, how many times do I have to tell you? A bajillion. 200. To focus, my son. Focus. You almost got yourself killed last time.
What on earth is going on?
Who are you talking to, Vladimir? Vladimir! Your eyes are here. Vlad! Do you wish to do anything, Yuri?
My name is not Vladimir. I don't understand who you're talking to.
Maria,
Oh
please
man,
come.
are you okay?
Maria, come here, please. Vladimir got hit too hard by that vampire in the head. He's losing himself. And Yuri, you see a young woman similar to Elizabeth approach you. And then she kind of like leans in and starts applying a bandage around your forehead as you're kind of stiffed up and unable to move. Do you wish to do anything, if anything at all?
No, I'm just sitting chill. But I'm thinking, what the hell is going on?
You kind of like...
I'm just letting myself get manhandled by these guys.
Yeah. Whilst that's happening, you see like a 6'5", not 6'5", 9'5" giant kind of approach you, sit near you guys, and like put down what seems to be a gigantic sack of campsite equipment. And behind him approach two gentlemen, kind of like raven-haired. One of them introduced himself. Vlad, you're right. You seem like you took a beating back there.
Who are you?
I'm Radimov. Have you lost your mind or something? I mean, it's a nasty bruise and your face is swollen, but like, surely you recognize your old comrades, Vlad.
Honest, what? Are these the guys that I see in my vision?
You are in a flashback, yes.
Right. Yes, no, I forgot. I'm sorry. Something's on my mind right now, so...
You seem tired, my friend. And pale, even. Would you like a bottle of good old dwarven spirit? As he forwards you a bottle.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take.
And he does. Radimov kind of gives it to you, and as you feel the burning sensation on your throat, you are once again awoken, and you're back with Elizabeth in that street. The sensation on your tongue's still there, almost like a nostalgic burning.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you were thinking too much. I pause and say, like, I didn't mean it that way, Yuri.
I'm sure you didn't.
No, I wasn't actually. It was just the fact that it's just a lot of things to process for us, me and you, after the situation.
What the hell is going on?
What's going on? We were debating about this abyss. Deep speech. Deep is it deep? No, I'm gonna. No, sorry. I can't. I don't know if it's deep speech. I'm just gonna say like this is some sort of like weird writing on the note on the back of this book, and then of course thinking about laying low. You know what?
It's Lilo, yes.
Best
Now I
place to live
remember.
is the tavern, right? Sit down, have a few drinks, and
You know what? I can get behind this. I like that idea. That's probably the best idea you've ever had.
mhm.
Okay.
If
So
I go,
just you and Elizabeth
yeah.
are heading to the inn, just to confirm.
yeah, pretty much.
Which,
Sorry,
Давай.
which one would you prefer? Would you like the bloated leech or would you like the grizzled bear?
I would say the closest one from us. I'm gonna actually. No. The leech because I just have a coin flip.
Okay. Yuri, would you like to also go to the bloated leech?
I actually would.
Okay. Right. You return to the bloated leech, and once more you're surrounded by vagabonds and highwaymen as you enter. And the innkeep, the young gentleman with like a long frolicked hair, kind of side eyes you one more time as you enter the store, faces you. Oh my god, they're back. I can't believe they're actually back. What happened? Are you 2 men short? You want to cry about it?
Nah, not really.
Oh, okay. Shit. Like, you look depressed. What happened to you?
I mean, everybody's depressed. I mean, this is Barovia, right? People die all the time.
Talk for yourself, sweet child. I'm fucking thrilled.
Thrilled in what? Drinking the alcohol? What kind of alcohol are you drinking then?
This, my dear child, is a
The
fine
fireball.
Barovian wine. Why you ask? It's the Red
Fine
Dragon.
bottle. The red dragon, huh? Is it the best you got?
No, that would be the Champagne de Peleur, but I'm not selling that. It's a very rare vintage.
I mean, I'm not really a champagne girl. Just give me a beer.
And half the inn erupts in laughter. A beer. A beer. Where will I measure a beer? Out of my ass?
Just, I didn't mean it that way. Just anything besides that. Beer, ale, whiskey.
People kind of start
Whiskey
looking.
is-
People kind of start looking at you, bewildered. Has this harlot lost her mind or something? I don't know. Tell me,
What-
sweet child, where are you gonna get this beer, or ale, or whiskey, whatever the fuck that is? By
Well, I'm
Lathander's
just
name.
saying. By Lathander's name again. I have lost my mind.
I can tell. Where do you
I'm
see an
saying-
orchard? Where is an orchard?
Maybe outside of Barovia.
Outs-
Has anybody left Barovia at all?
She's actually lost her marbles, gentlemen. The bitch has lost her marbles. Listen, sweet child, here. And he pours you like half a glass of Red Dragon on the house. Clearly, you need something to take off the edge, huh? Huh? And he kind of like tries to elbow you in the shoulders.
Yeah. Take the drink. All according to plan. Drinks it. That does make me feel better.
It's the only thing that keeps us going in this shithole of a place. And yourself, big man, what would you fancy? Would it
I was
be
gonna say,
a bit of beer or a mug of ale?
No, just water will do.
Jesus Christ, what happened to you two? Last time you were here, you were like all energetic and threatening to fight us, and now suddenly you're all like cushions. And he like almost pokes you on the chest, Elizabeth, like you lost your spirit or something.
well, it's just I'm not the one that initiated the fight. I'm just a part of the group.
I didn't initiate anything either. I had your compatriots threatening to kill me. All
Which
because
one
I
was-
worship the Night Mother. I think you called him Thomas. Came in here, was like, you fucking Sharans. What do you care? You worship Lathander, I worship Shar. There's two gods
Honestly,
in
I
this
don't-
place.
Honestly, I don't even know what to tell anymore. Religion is religion. Just do whatever you want, really. He's just more of that. Well, he was more of a religious zealot. If you know what I mean.
You have very high passive perception. You definitely
Adios.
you definitely notice his eyes almost glitter as he kind of leans in and listens to Elizabeth when he says he was. He was, eh? Yeah, he was. A shame, really, what happened to him.
I'm basically probing them, by the way, as you know.
Oh yeah, don't worry, he's probing you right back.
I know.
That does
what is
does not take a genius to figure that one out.
Exactly, right? Say, like, what other kind of beef do you have with Thomas or Andrew?
I have no beef. He's dead. You said it yourself. He was.
I didn't say he was dead, I just said he was.
Lady, what do you think you were insinuating? I do believe is the word when you dared to say he was a zealot. What, he just lost his faith?
There's a lot of
paladin.
people that lose their faith. Have you heard of Oathbreaker?
I have. Not many in this place. They don't live long. Listen,
Touche. Not many
Yeah.
people live long.
he pours another glass, slides it to you.
Yep.
A toast to your dead friends. Eh? I hope the Night Mother takes them into her warm embrace and lets them rest peacefully forever after, so they never rise again. After
Tell me more
all,
about that. I'm very curious.
it is the dead that rest and the living that must hide, eh? As the saying goes. Well, the Night Mother is a beautiful creature. She is the most gorgeous woman I have ever seen in my life. Pale skinned, black raven, navy blue eyes, red ruby. She came to us, spoke to every single one of us. And I've never had my jaw touch the floor, but I felt that day I was close, as I could not do more but stutter. And she promised me peace of mind, as long as I was willing to accept the darkness and stop fearing it. Ever since I slept like a baby. I look at you, locking your doors. I don't need to fear the night. The night is my warmth, my comfort, like a blanket. You know, some people say stories keep you safe. That's not true. Remembering the tales is what matters.
Oh, well, that's a different perspective for me every day. Yeah, I close my windows. When I
Tell
was
me.
in the north, that's some of the annoying pests of those floating babies keeps on banging on the window and trying to lure you out pathetically, I suppose.
Ah, yes. Spectres. Must love spectres. Or was it a white? I'll tell you what. You know the saying. Lock your doors, shut your windows, and say your prayers. Your friends walk among us tonight. Tell me, potential future sister, would you consider the Night Mother if I offered her hand?
Do I have to go to a place or something?
Maybe. I'm just asking. Would you consider?
Possibly.
Ooh.
I'll keep that in mind, sister. Potential
Just
sister.
just gotta convince me more.
I
Right now,
could convince you. I could convince you. But why convince you when you yourself preach the faith? And you, big man, your God has betrayed you, has he not?
What makes you say that?
Your arm, for one. I have not seen the marks of the Fanes in a long time.
You know these markings.
My father was a wild man, my mother a harlot of the street. So yes, I recognized them. And he kinda eyes them up and down. They look good on you. Really adds to the savagery.
Oh, please tell me, what are these markings?
He looks them up and down. An answer for a question of my own. If you do not know what they mean, why would you put them on your forearm?
I didn't.
I will roll an insight. I know you. Okay. Can you beat my 10 for insight? For persuasion? Because he doesn't really believe in you. Okay. Huh. So you've been branded instead. Interesting. Are you a thrall by chance? Or are you just an unlucky victim?
You know what? I would say I am.
Then you have my
We'll see
pity.
we'll see to what degree.
I hope to no degree at all. I will say this. You have the 3 Fanes on your arm. I see the Huntress. Do you see it right here? And he kind of points to what seems to be at one point almost like an opening jaw of a wolf. She is much more popular in the north than out here. And I see you have also the Forest Fane over here. Her spirit runs wild in the roots. He kind of points towards your shoulder. And lastly over here, in the belching bog that is the swamp of Beres. He points to like the rotting decay in the middle heartland. Worshipping the old ones. You are either a madman or you got in the wrong crew. I wish you good fortune all the same.
Problems.
Aye, the 3 old hags that used to rule this Barovian valley, if you believe it. I don't, of course. But the wild ones speak of a time where before Lathander, Shar, and the main gods like Mistra and the rest, and even those gods are dead. Do you hear them speak? No, only the Night Mother in her eternal struggle against the lies of the dawn. They speak of the old ones. And as far as I'm concerned, those faiths are long gone. You'll still find them amongst the wild folk, though. I don't know how you're going to communicate with them. They're more savage than people. Then again, and he kind of starts to ponder deeply and gets a natural one. Never mind. Just recollections of a madman. Which reminds me, I'm so sorry. Big man, Uliska wanted me to give you this. And he puts down a like small glass, pushes it forward, and he pours you also a drink. though instead of wine, it does look like water.
Thank you.
Feel free, drink it. Don't just stare at me. I know I'm beautiful, but there's only one of me. And I have over 50 customers.
I will drink.
It's a minor healing potion. So if you had any... So your wound, you feel it kind of clean up around your throat as the purple pours back. And it returns to more pinkish skin. Ah,
Nice.
you look much better. Yeah, he mentioned, Yuliska, that you kept the peace in the city. And to say thank you to you. Ardenok was a fool. And now he's dead. At your axe. Funny how that works, huh? One savage killing another for a bit of coin. Be careful on whose side you'll end up. Good man. Come, come! As more customers start entering the inn. Yuri and Elizabeth, what do you wish to do?
Oh, guy, I like this guy. Even though he's showering.
You can drink more if you desire. You are inside the bloated leech. And you do notice people kind of going in and out, and sometimes not returning for like minutes from the side entryway where Yudiska is sitting in.
This is a pizza. What are you thinking?
I think Derek's muted his mic. Yeah, he did mute himself. Derek, you muted yourself, King. Sorry.
Yeah, because the fucking brain rot behind me. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Anyways, basically, what I'm trying to say is that, like, how much is a bottle of Red Dragon?
Red Dragon. It's the most popular beverage. I'm just letting you know now. It's not as expensive as the Umpote. If it's meant to be 2 silver pieces per pint, so I would say, give or take, like 10 gold for one bottle, which would be about like 12 glasses.
I want to know the contents of the Red Dragon.
Oh, you have a bottle in front of you. Yeah, you pick up and look at the label at the back, and it's of a place you have heard before, though you never traveled there yourself. Just south of Kresk, you have heard of this place called the Wizard of Wines. It's run by the Martikov family, and it's the main brewery and also wine field in the whole of the valley. And as there is no sun, there are no apples, sadly, or even grain usually. So there is sadly no mead, ale, or bees for honey. And so the most reliable source has been wine, with a very rare, as you mentioned, vodka, essentially, a spirit. And the only reason there is any spirits is because of the breadbasket that is Orasnu in the Far East, or even Imel in the mountains with the dwarfs. Though you don't really believe in dwarfs, those you think are fairy tales. You haven't met one in your entire life.
At least, like, what I'm trying to say is that I know the fact that they don't get brewing around here. I pretended that it does do so, meaning that, in a way, just to lull the tensions between them and us when we enter this place. And
you succeeded.
Yeah, exactly. And then afterwards, basically knowing about this brewery place there, that means that I'm just like basically going with the flow around here, sitting down. Don't want to speak my mind out about what I was thinking about. But I say it to Yuri, and then so like, we could go there to see if we can do some work there. But
I will point this out, because Elizabeth, you're pretty sharp. I will ask for an intelligence check from you. Late nature. Let's go with nature.
nature.
Yeah, we rarely ask for this one.
I love doing nature checks actually. Roll.
Wow. Okay, well that breaks my DC 20. Elizabeth, you kind of sit there and ponder for a second. You think to yourself, wait, most Barovians haven't even heard of apples, pears or any of these fruits, because they just can't grow here. There is no sun. Literally, there is no sun or moon in the sky. It's almost always cloudy, sometimes rain and muddy. And yet somehow a whole winery has grown up. So this winery has either been here before the fog has come over the land and the mists, or somehow they have managed to grow and not wither the wines and the vineyards themselves. For your 23. I think that would just cross Elizabeth's mind, because you did say you were pondering about it.
Yeah. I would like basically pondering with Yuri, and then after tell Yuri a question out of nowhere. Saying, do you believe in miracles?
Sure, why not?
So, what do you think this is made out of?
What?
The red dragon. What did it taste like?
It's wine, right?
Oh, yes, wine. What kind of fruit was it?
Grapes.
Grapes.
Wait,
Grapes.
what are you saying?
We both know there's no sun here. They managed to grow good wine.
How did they do so?
I want to know the methods.
They could help everyone in Barovia with growing vegetation.
But I don't know if they stockpile that or they actually ferment their.
Oh, one way to find out, we go in there and smash the place.
Well, let's not be hasty. Smashing the place was just the. I'm pretty sure instead of in this time we might actually perish. Because with that kind of thing, if I had something very valuable, I would protect it.
Whilst you both ponder your the wine and also just what you wish to do, eventually from the side entryway, Yuliska does approach the two of you. I see you're recovering well, Yuri. As well as for you, Elizabetha. You seem a bit tipsy. Your cheeks are flesh red.
Oh, well, whatever helps me out for today after the situation.
This is a bit of a weird request, but it is about midday, and I wish to head to the old burial grounds. Do you care to join me? You did kill my friend. I wish to pay my respects to him.
Looks towards Yuri.
What?
You decapitated Ardenok. Yuri, do not tell me you do. Do not tell me you do not remember the names of the men you just spoke and then murdered. Please.
Of course not. You expect me to remember every person I've killed?
I see. He starts rubbing his temple. Yes, of course. A 7 brute. Yes. Okay. Well, Yuri.
I am not a southern brute. I am just. Never mind.
As a true son of Barovia, would you care to accompany me to the graveyard? I hear your two compatriots also died in the battle. Ardunok gave you a tossing.
Very well then. I will help. I will follow you.
In many ways, this will be an opportunity for all three of us to put this business behind us. I will worship in freedom, and you shall be welcome in my inn. Come. We need to head to the old monastery. Andre in the back. And he leads the way if you gentlemen follow.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll get up patiently and like walk, follow Yuri, which Yuri's following the man too. And
As you walk through the streets, Yuliska does lean into your ear, Elizabeth, and you hear him whisper as best as he can from Yuri's earshot. I'm going to try to roll a stealth for this with a +2. Barely. That's a 17 against your 16. Barely. +2.
like,
So Yuri said you don't even pick up on this, but Elizabeth, you do. As he whispers, "Is it true he's not a savage brute? Because he kills them like a savage brute. Doesn't even know their names of the people he murders. He dresses like them. Okay, amazing. Okay, so Yuri, you don't hear what... Nice!
yes.
You don't hear what Yuliska says, but you do pick up Elizabeth trying to whisper something to Yuliska. Go on, Elizabeth.
I just say like Yuri always has potential.
You hear Elizabeth kind of praising you in the back with a whisper, which is a bit weird, as she simply says, he has potential. And do you wish to do anything?
Personally,
Yeah.
gonna do the call.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear a single thing.
Fair enough. Yeah, Yuliska continues. He does have the potential to be a brute. He does. A murderer, even. What do you think, Elisabetta? And then you hear Elizabeth she speaks again. Do you not respond, Elizabeth?
I just like think really hard what I'm going to say to him. Well, there's a lot of things up in our plate right now. I'm sure.
Fair enough. Eventually, unless you want to react anyway, you reach the old graveyard behind the monastery. The clouds are dark, and there are people everywhere kind of praying to their various dead. You see Yuliska kind of make his way to a brandy cut, still high mounded grave, fall on his knees, put his head down, and cover his face. He seems to be in prayer. Elizabeth and Yuri, you see two more fresh graves with a stranger standing above them, kind of staring down at them. Yuri have very high passive perception. He seems to be elven, and you can make out the names of the crestnicks on the gravestones.
Okay, well. Krishniks.
Yeah, the brothers.
Yeah, no. That was fast.
Well, it's been 2 days. Oh yes, your character wouldn't know. Yes, because you were unconscious. Yes.
So, like I'm gonna go onto the Kresnik's gravestone, like crouch a bit, and like just stare at the gravestone for a while, and then hopefully you'd have this as a wizard travels through the after, and I give the wood carved holy symbol of the fund that I was given from the priest onto the tombstone, but I keep this is Thomas gravestone, and I keep Thomas's symbol, but I give the wood carved one to Thomas's gravestone.
The elf kind of stands near you, but doesn't pay attention to you. Yuri, do you wish to do anything? As Elizabeth seems to be in prayer, leaving a memento.
I will think about it. I'll just look over at the grave. It's a shame your lives were cut short. But at least you two brothers now can go rest in peace together.
Oh, just peace. But anyways,
The dead rest, and the living must hide.
yeah, the living tortures by the dead man, basically, yeah.
Did you two know them? I must ask.
Been around for most of my life, yeah.
I hear they were brave men.
They were the bravest. The paladin, however, was a bit stupid.
I came to wish my own farewells. Not many true sons of Barovia on this land. But it is a darn shame what happened to them.
I just want to remind you. He kind of looks at you, Yuri. Himself standing 6'8", like very thin compared to you, but very tall. Kind of looks down at you, Yuri. Leans in and simply says,
Kindness after sunset. It costs interest. I strongly suggest you remember to lock your doors. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you. Those two loved you with deep respect, Yuri.
And I love those two brothers too. They were good. I like them. I wish we spent more time together, all of us.
I agree.
what can I say? Travel safely. You too, Elizabeta, Constantine.
You shall be dearly missed.
And the elf seems to turn away and start walking off, leaving you by the gravestones of the brothers.
Right here.
That person seems very familiar.
It's a brilliant man.
I wonder who that was.
Do I have ever heard? Have I ever seen this man before? I don't know.
All you
If I
saw that
did-
night was a black silhouette. It
Literally.
happened literally 12 seconds in the middle of the night.
Well, I don't know who that man is, but he looks like. Can I do an insight on like if he like about his demeanor?
Absolutely.
Nope.
I'm letting you know now. He has a plus 12 to deception. 15 to beat. I rolled really low. This is your best chance. Okay? His demeanor was that of a mockingbird. He was belittling you, and almost venom was spitting out of his tongue as he left you.
The man
Really?
took just say that it's more acquaintance to him. He's not even fighting.
Was it Turk?
I said that the man is very smart. He's more acquaintance to us than we are acquaintance to him. Then afterwards I said, he's not even hiding.
Cultura.
It's almost unsettling. However, though, I do not think we should go.
No, probably not. We're too out in the open. Too fresh on the up against it.
Like, at this point, I'm not even going to be surprised if an undead just comes out of all the gravestones, leaving them to, and attack us. Those people, the ones that comes in the necromancer stuff. At this point, they're just clerics, but too late. Right, so I said my piece to Tomas and Andrew. You did your,
Yeah. I too have said that piece.
you answered your piece. Other than maybe we'll visit their graves later on. We'll make it occasional. For now, if we do it that long, let's go head back before it gets too dark.
Yeah. With the coming, like, already definitely darker grey is picking up in the sky, and you return inside the boundaries of the church. I actually assume Adrian and Illyrian were heading to the church in discovery of you two. So, Elizabeth and Yuri, you hear at the door, and Andre starts heading to the doorway. If you can step in if you desire.
Yeah, I would like to.
Okay. Right. The door opens, and you both step in, and you see two members, Yuri and Elizabeth. Actually, sorry, Adrian, you recognize Yuri and Elizabeth are slightly defeated, coming back from the grave, like almost a bit melancholy. And they kind of see you, and I was going to say Yuri and Elizabeth, but you recognize Adrian, and a robed, what looks to be rich man walking behind them. Sorry.
See, there they are. Adrian notices the look on their face. Maybe, it looks like they were at the grave of their friend or something. Maybe be careful with your wording with these ones, eh?
I'm sure it will be fine. Only prove offensive when I wish to be. I will. They're walking away currently from the graves, yeah?
I would imagine they entered through the back of the church from the graveyard into the monastery, and you guys entered through the front. Andre letting you all in.
Excuse me, priest. I have words to have with those two.
That is fine, my dear child. I would just simply suggest a bit of caution. They have just lost close friends and compatriots from their childhood.
My friend here will do.
But he lets you through.
I will stop like a distance in front of them, maybe like a couple meters.
Mm-hmm.
I walk forward and just go, it is good to see that you are actually walking around somewhere. I believe it was Yuri and Elizabeth. That is what Andre told me, yes?
Right, what do you want with us?
Me, nothing. I came to you to... Actually, I brought this guy to you. He seems to be looking for you all. Or you was looking for your dead companions or something. His name is Elarion, some foreign name.
Foreign name.
Yes. Turns around and looks at Elarion.
Thank you, Adrian. I'll take it from here. I have come from Kresk, actually, in search of you two.
I have never seen you in my life.
I'm not originally from Kresk. Perhaps answer that. I was actually sent here by Dimitri.
That's it, Dimitri. That was the man's name.
Really?
He suggested that perhaps I seek you out as aid to getting myself out of Barovia. He explained that you four were on the same mission, but it seems that that number has dwindled, unfortunately.
You cannot leave unscathed and took the price. However, though, I would tell you this:
Very true.
that we have endured and capable.
I must admit. Go on.
No, I just let it go.
All that I was just going through my machine.
I must admit I was hoping to have found the entire party. It's a bit disheartening to see that two of you have died already.
Yes, the Kresniks has perished, but it is a sad reality. Let's not speak too much about the dead.
Very well. I'm here to propose my assistance.
Your assistance is appreciated.
More so for my own benefit, but however I understand that me benefiting myself will also benefit you. And as such, I believe we have a mutual reason to want good for each other.
And why is this?
I would like out of Barovia, and I believe that you are hunting down the man that would fix this issue.
Why are you even in Barovia?
It was not by choice.
Of,
I am simply trapped here. I'm guessed by the... I'm gonna look up at the sky. I've been indoors for 3 nights now, which would mean this marks the 3rd day I have awoken in this cursed land.
feel like it's been a week since I have woken
Yeah,
land. And I'll give you my
you'll
full
get used to
introduction.
it.
My name is Elizabeth Constant. And I too, let's say, am in my previous life.
What did Adrian say?
I said you get used to it.
Yes, well, as I said earlier, I'm not looking forward to getting used to this. And it's a pleasure to meet you, Elizabeth. I'm Elarion Deepmantle.
Deep Mantle. Alright, so this is the formation of this party now, and
And,
closer, and also there's a bit more consistency.
and you would be Goliath? Or half Goliath?
Not even Goliath. I'm just
He is
a
human,
man.
believe it or not.
You. A human. I mean, I can see that, however, it isn't quite common. I would much believe him to be a human, and even he is still rather large. I have a point at Adrian. You, however, look like some of the... And forgive me for my rudeness, some of the beasts I've encountered while I've been traveling.
Well, I used to call everyone I meet a beast.
I apologize. However, I'm sure you're aware that you are quite unnaturally sized.
No,
It's
I'm
not
just
very-
pulling your neck. I just.
Then no.
Besides, if I'm entirely honest, I have a feeling that you lot could use me.
Why did you say that?
I'm quite proficient in keeping out the dead at night.
I get the feeling they could use anyone. If they have encountered a creature that can disappear into shadows, I do not know if you can ever get enough help, so to speak.
Can I make a check on that?
What kind of check would you like to do?
2, Arcana and Religion.
Okay.
I wanna, first of all, think of what kind of magic or what kind of creature is able to disappear into shadow. And with Religion, I wanna think about anything, any kind of boon that Shah could perhaps give.
Okay. With a 28, you actually beat my highest DC ever at 25.
And that's a natural 20.
Yeah, and a natural 20. You would immediately recognize and realize that they most likely described a very powerful vampire. Worst case scenario, if not a vampire, then a vampire spawn or a shadow, which are known for sapping their enemies till they die. One of those 3.
How were your friends killed?
I will be completely honest with you. I think it was. We just died. We just died immediately.
I believe I
Was
can
the
answer
use
that.
Ah, perfect.
One of them was foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog. Like he had just been on some kind of a rampage. The other, like I said, he had been crushed underneath the weight of a building. His body was charred though. The back of his body was charred in flames. His bones though, fucking like I mentioned to the blacksmith, his legs were in 2 different directions like a clock, like the arms of a clock.
Thank you for the quite disturbing imagery.
Yes, well, you asked how they died, I told you how they died.
I've dissected creatures and animals and even still haven't very well. Question.
Oh, perhaps I should not be saying this so openly in front of their dead companions. I do apologize for my
Was
bluntness.
the use of magic perhaps involved? I've narrowed it down to 3 possible creatures.
Yes, actually. Necromancy.
Quite necromancy. Anything else? Quite large scale magic perhaps?
Such as.
Such as, well, there's quite a few destructive spells capable of tearing down buildings.
There was an explosion. I'm not sure if either of these 2 have heard it or not. But
With a
Yes, how I
28... Sorry, Karen.
I think we were dead at this point.
With a 28, would you permit me to know what would cause an explosion?
Either a fireball or explosives in that building, which is very unlikely.
Like I said, the only magic I saw was when that shadowy figure disappeared.
Well, I wouldn't call
Probably
it a
ran into the
shadow.
mountains. Goddamn rogues. There's always rogues around this town. Sharp bastards.
The Sharans. That's. Well, I did suspect Shar, but unfortunately, I don't think that is quite the case. I do believe that your friends might have encountered some form of vampire. I did want to believe a shadow, but it's not quite the same thing. It's two contrasting kills. For one of you to be foaming at the mouth could suggest being sapped of life. But however, for the other one to be killed under rubble and explosives, it's very contrasting. I do believe you and your friends faced a high casting wizard of some kind.
I forgot this one, and I point at Yuri. Yeah, like, his throat was lit colors that is not natural, so to speak, as if he had been choked or strangled to death. Some form of asphyxiation.
Even big words.
Yes, well, what can I say?
I was
an intelligence friend. A little bit smarter.
A genius meets a shrewd man, and a shrewd man meets a dimwit using big words. Fantastic. I love this duo. Anyways, yeah, continue.
Perhaps the form of poison.
Maybe. His throat was purple.
Magic is quite advanced, perhaps a little bit too out of my touch. However, it's not to say I haven't read of such things. It would make sense. Death magic like that, an undead creature. It's the most likely answer.
I'll just say to you, or just to get it out, that I went a bit too quickly. I got a bolt through my neck.
Yes, there was that. And vampires. Vampires do not exist. Everybody knows this. Vampires are not real. They are told to children to scare them into sleeping at night.
If you were to tell me that from my land, perhaps I would believe you. And even then, it is quite a proven fact vampires exist. Coming to this horror, straight out of a storybook, I would simply call you an idiot for not believing vampires exist. This place absolutely reeks of undead and curses and what other foul horrors you can find in the forests.
Well then, if I may say so. Fortunately for you three, you have found the right man, and I reach into my backpack and I pull out garlic. If vampires are real, everybody knows they cannot stand the smell of garlic.
Exactly.
And in case that you two have encountered one of these beasts, I throw them a clove of garlic each. And there you go, you know. I tend to keep these because wolves and other such creatures at night cannot stand the smell either.
Wolves can also be afraid of fire.
I feel so much safer now.
I fear your confidence may lead to you being the first one killed.
Maybe.
Goddess.
No.
I'm not here to stand around in the... And I'm gonna look around the grave and go, the remains of the dead. If you will excuse us, I would prefer to go speak somewhere else. And I would very much like an answer to my proposition.
Well, I'm sure with the grief that these two are feeling, you can only wish to drink your feelings away, duh?
Yeah, I drank a bit, my fair share of Red Dragon, so it's all good.
Red Dragon? The wine? Where do you find such a thing?
Oh, you get the one.
In the inn down there.
It's so wasted. Down there.
Yeah, like right there.
Would Adrian know whether the inn that he goes to, the good inn, sells red dragon wine?
No, it does not. It sells purple green grape mash, the dirt cheap one.
The inn? Red dragon wine?
This special in.
You
It's
went
Strahd.
to that. Yes. I know. That
And
den
I have
of
a lot
fucking
of-
thieves and scum.
Well, then I can tell you this, Adrian.
You would know,
Good
wouldn't you?
What does that
said
mean?
Andre, the monarch, the missionary. You would know, wouldn't you, Adrian?
Of course, in my days as a guard, I had to always investigate that place.
Investigate.
Yes, there was
I'll
always
just
some
say this.
trouble brewing there, but we could never find anything official.
Well, I'll tell you this. They're trying to convert me to Shaw.
You don't tell people that.
Yes, but I don't like them.
And I like you much better, sister. That is so wonderful to hear. Tell you what.
Yep.
And Andre kind of leans in Elizabeth. Here, for your troubles. And you feel 5 copper silver pieces in your hand.
Very well.
Don't take this. It's fine. It's just common knowledge not to be part of those people. Pretty sure that they did something to kill my compatriots.
Oh, anything's possible. I mean, they're always welcome to my church, just out of respect for all dead. And as he says that, you watch Yuliska just walk out of the missionary. You would like a private room, you said? He looks at you, Illyrian.
I fear that would be expensive.
In the house of Lathander. Expense.
Forgive me. I was not aware that this is a house of Lathander, and to be quite frank with you, all I've seemed to get out of this place is extortion.
Out there. Maybe. You can sleep here for labor. And he pulls out a potato peeler. Starting with a bit of potatoes. Who wants to make dinner for all of us?
I will.
I will make.
Pass.
I will help.
Adrian
Everyone.
looks outside. What's the weather? What's the timeline?
It's dim gray. It's if you had to make a guess, it's after the high sun, if there was a sun.
Starting to get dark. Perhaps I should go back to the barracks. Unless any of you would be willing to go to the tavern with me and get some drinks. In honor of your dead friends. I will be willing to pay.
Ah, never mind. I was gonna insight check him to see if this guy's just trying to get a free drink, but
I gladly accept.
That just leaves Adrian and Elizabeth. Are you tagging along for drinks on Adrian's pocket?
I will wait on Elizabeth's answer.
Sure, why not?
Very well. I suppose I would be tagging along to make friends with my new compatriots.
No one wants to peel potatoes? Really? As you walk out into the street. Okay. It's only a few minutes walk, but eventually you return to the Grizzled Bear Inn. I assume that's where you're heading, and not the Bloated Leech.
Yep.
Okay. Obviously you entered the Grizzly Bear. Jonas looks at you, Adrian. I see you... sorry, wrong character. Oh, goodness me, you carry yourself well, nobleman. You already got yourself 3 bodyguards.
Right, of course. I did say one thinks of me as some sort of.
Would you all fancy a fine meal? Anything at all?
I assume that everyone is here to drink.
Drink, as you desire. Adrian, what would you fancy? Is it the usual for you? Grape mosh.
Yes.
Right,
No.
four coppers for me, please, and that will be yours. And he gives you 4 glasses.
He puts 1 gold down and says, "Keep it coming
He
for
brings
me
you
and my friends."
he brings you 2 bottles of grape mosh, all yours. Enjoy yourself.
I will drink to the point of bordering on sobriety and tipsy.
That actually surprisingly takes a while. Purple grape mash is more of a juice than alcohol, maybe 4% at most. I would say it takes you maybe 3 glug. Your constitution's decent. It takes you like 3-4 glasses before you start getting tipsy, but you feel like, oh, okay, I'm starting to slow down now. I should probably stop drinking. I'm not as sharp as I am.
Yep. My
For the
card
rest,
is actually great.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Delicious.
for Adrian and Yuri, boys, you basically have to go through the entire bottle to even get tipsy, because of how high you're on. It is really watered down. It's not strong at all. Like I said, it's clearly designed to be mass-produced. Elizabeth, you actually came in already tipsy, so if you go hard, I will say you are drunk.
Do I know my limits? I don't think.
I don't think you do, Lady of Kresk.
Yeah, I might as well.
Okay, then I'll say until you go to bed, you have the poison status effect. You just roll at disadvantage as you get really drunk. But yeah, feel free to talk. Sorry, as you enjoy the mixed wine. It's really fresh. Not even a decade vintage. Like I said, mass produced. Really sweet. Tastes more like juice than actual alcohol. But the fire is warm and cozy, and the nearby lake waters hit the windows, with like woodsmen and huntsmen discussing their recent hauls. Yeah, did you see the bull I brought back? Oh, it was brilliant. 2 fat legs. Oh, got himself a nice check for that one. One of the guys says, yeah, I saw a bloody white bear in the distance. You wouldn't believe it. As tall as a house, I tell you. Yeah, that's most of the common conversations around you. What would you 4 do? I assume you're going to lean in and have your private convo.
Yeah, we will talk. I definitely assume so. But I also would like to ask what they know of these Sharons.
Feel free.
Yes, I have also been curious. What were you 2 doing in the Leech? That place is a well-known den of villainy, so to speak.
To be fair, I really just went to the nearest inn and it was there, and I just didn't bother to, hearing the news. More like I was fighting.
You wouldn't happen to be interested in joining, would you?
No. I was actually just pretending so that let's see what they say. In fact, I noticed that they were putting me after. So they knew that my previous companions died. And they also, I think. Oh no! This is what Yuri knows. Yuri, or a glimpse of the guy when it happens. So I think Yuri, if you want to find him. But yeah, the tensions are high. intended that, give me some AOE or anything else. Obviously, that doesn't give me here. And they gave me Redrafted at the back. I found out that the people who made this they would make graves in the middle of Barovia. But that's something that I'll look into. Probably the more what is thinking of it.
It's very hard to hear for anyone else.
Yes. But I heard most of them because I haven't boosted.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Sounds like you two had been there before. They recognized you, no?
When we were there was the paladin and also the things that we were actually mostly it was just the paladin. We were having a fight with those people.
Fight. Actually, speaking of Sharons and fighting, I heard a few days ago now, a week or so ago, a whole building collapsed. Apparently there was some den of Shar underneath it.
Oh, yeah, the funny story. We were speaking in Celestial. It must be a trap. Pretty good. Like, when there was a raggedy man comes out and says that, they could help us find these people. Obviously, it's a trap. We followed in, thinking that we could out ambush. But in the end, the building maybe out ambushed both of these parties as it collapsed on top of me. This time, however, that building did not.
Jesus. So that is down to you as well, then. How exactly did you break such a building? If I'm not mistaken, none of you are capable of any magic.
We talking about that building that collapsed a few days ago. I'm not sure how it. Probably they must have made it as a trap to kill us in one full swoop.
I'm gonna be writing the star. That does actually remind me. I sense some magic ability.
I'm not sure how it said that. I don't think I even have.
I suppose I should ask, what are you two, I suppose your companions, what were you even doing in town? You are from Crest, yes?
Press and we went down south. Before we even set foot into the city, we were attacked by a hail of arrows. So we don't feel like going back. We don't even intend to go back north anyways.
As you kind of ponder each other's words, actually, Illyrian, what is your passive perception?
Only 14. Oh, Adrian. Oh, Ilarian.
Which
Adrian.
one of us?
Adrian, not Ilarian. Adrian.
14.
Okay, both of you are below 15.
Both of us are 14.
Okay, so I think Elizabeth's also at 14. That makes Yuri for passive perception. I think that leaves Yuri as the only person. Okay, Yuri, you notice just temporarily
a glimpsing red eye in the corner of your periphery.
Okay.
And one of the woodsmen kind of turns to the four of you. I will allow you and only you to make a reaction.
Oh.
What can the reaction be anything?
It's only the reaction. So you can't, for example,
I don't know.
So you can't, for example, be like, "Oh, I pull out my weapon and attack that person" or something like that. That's an action. You have a reaction, something that you can do quick, like 2 seconds.
Headbutt.
I'll give you 10 seconds.
Yeah. I thought you were on headbutt.
You had. Okay. Cool. You see this gentleman's eyes turn flickering red and roll to an attack as you immediately headbutt him. He's sitting near you.
What was the attack? Yeah.
Yep.
Let me just roll the d20. +6, 18.
You smash him right in the nose. Roll 1d4 plus your strength.
That's my strength. It's... Oh, okay, yeah, 20. Nice. +5, 8.
Yeah, you 8. Yeah, you smash your forehead into his nose, and you feel the nose cartilage break as he flies backwards out of his chair. And immediately, these 5 other people stand up from their chairs and are like, "What the hell is wrong with you? He was just drinking from his cup. Adrian, what is with this fug?"
What the hell is going on?
You, Illyrian and Adrian and Elizabeth, you just watched Yuri stand up and suddenly grab this gentleman within hand's reach and break his nose. It's on the floor, kind of like rolling, like, "Oh, he broke my nose!"
What the fuck was that for?
Before anything else happened,
You got up too fast. I didn't like it.
You are one of the natives. You even behave like an animal.
He scared me.
was that happening? They're not pulling out weapons per se, but Jonas, the innkeeper, appears. "Gentlemen, you know my rules. There's no fighting in my inn. I kindly ask you to leave."
Bastard.
Get someone, get that man a poultice. I think he broke his nose. And you, he looks at Yuri. You ever do that again, you're banned from my inn.
Hey, whoa. Let us not get too hasty here, eh?
Adrian, he has just broken another customer's nose.
It happens, you know. It is 2 men in a tavern here, you know. It is fortunate that there is no furniture that was broken.
Adrian, and you see Jonas turn very firm. "Do I look like the bloated leech?
No.
I run a
That's
very
fair,
respected inn here.
Yeah, well,
I will pay for compensation. Get that man to a hospital." Jesus Christ.
this is a shame.
And whilst that's happening, all 4 of you very low perception, like a 10, you including you can hear the whispers of like, "Absolute fucking savage. I mean, he's an animal. Like, he's out of control. He's no better than the wild folk. I wouldn't be surprised if his mother was a wild folk." And the conversations start brewing.
Just gonna stand up and grab the guy on the floor.
You lift him up, and you see that his nose is like twisted 75 degrees to the right.
Holy shit, you have been fucked up. Does anybody know this man?
The 5 who stood up from earlier. "Yeah, that's Artu. He did nothing. He's just a young huntsman."
Well, the tavern keeper said that he would pay for any bills related to taking care of him. He seems to be your friend. This is your responsibility to take care of. And he pushes him towards him.
And they
Go
collect
take
them.
him to a doctor or hospital or a medic of some kind.
And they do. They start carrying him out. But one of them, as they walk out, does eye you up, Yuri. This is not the last you'll hear of us, woodsman. And they leave.
Piss off. Well, I guess we need to now leave, huh? Damn it all. Good headbutt, by the way. Great form.
Well, not necessarily. We haven't explicitly been kicked out.
Look,
Now,
he shouldn't have gotten up like that.
yeah, maybe. What even happened there? What the hell?
My instincts just told me to headbutt him.
I see. Well, typically when it comes to attacking someone or protecting yourself, you need to make sure that the aggression, so to speak, the form of attack, as a guardsman I should know this, the attack has to be dealt before you can protect yourself, so to speak. Unless it is a truly threatening moment. But it is just a woodsman. Either way, give me a minute, I need to go buy another bottle. Now walk inside the tavern. Hey barkeep, get me another one of those bottles.
Adrian, get out of my inn.
Ah, come on, I have good silver here. I just want one bottle and I'll be on my way.
He looks at the bloodied nose. Sorry, the blood on the
It
floor.
wasn't me that did that, was it?
2 gold, and the bottle's yours.
2 gold. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come now. We both know that is an what is the term? You're trying to scam me.
I am not extorting you. You're paying for that man's
Extortion,
nose.
that's it.
You're paying for that man's nose. That's your compatriot, Adrian.
Compatriot, I barely know the man.
You walked in with him like he's a good comrade. I want.
Hey, he lost his comrades yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago in the explosion. You know, he's grieving. You never know. You know, grieving people act out sometimes.
Aye. So those 2 boys are gone, eh?
It seems like it.
1 gold.
Still incredibly high price, but very well, and I give him 1 gold.
He slides you the grape watch over. Enjoy your
Thank
juice.
you. Yeah. Yes,
And you step outside. Yuri, Erin, and Elizabetha. You watch Adrian step outside with not happy per se, maybe a bit begrudged with a new bottle. What do you four wish to do?
2 gold he wanted for this. Fucking bastard. He made me one of those Ravani people that that we hear about so much. Thief.
Sorry about that.
You're all good.
It's definitely turning. I would describe it as probably granite gray in the sky now.
Well, that time to be here. So you lot should probably make your way back to the temple, huh?
We should, yes, find somewhere to rest.
Now, I guess, because you've been kicked out of there.
If I'm honest, I've had enough of this town. I want to just leave as well.
I understand that,
Perhaps.
but you cannot exactly leave at night time. What were you going to say, Alarion?
Exactly that.
And for whatever it matters, it seems this town has not had enough of you, huh? Well, either way, when morning comes, I will be at the guard tavern the guard barrack if you need anything from me. This is where I sleep. I know the local commander. He allows me to bunk in my old bed.
You wouldn't happen to be able to get me a room? Or a bed?
I can definitely get you a room, so to speak, but there might be iron bars for walls, so to speak. And it might be a little wet. One might call it a cell.
I will pass. What about this Sharon Tavern?
They're no villain. I guess Elizabetha might be able to stay there.
She's passed out drunk.
Look, come with me to the church.
The church. I get the feeling Father Andre is not a great fan of me, so to speak, but very well. I'll escort you there nevertheless. Make sure
I'll
you
head
don't
to the
get
door.
into any more trouble, huh?
Eventually, you all reach the doorsteps of the church. The doors are locked.
I will knock on the door.
No lollygaggling.
You have a point, it's against the law.
We're trying to seek shelter. We would like refuge, at least for the night.
One of the wooden panels opens. 2 eyes appear. Shelter for only the ones who labor.
I will provide guaranteed safety for this door.
We already have safety. Our land is sacred.
You have bolts and steel locks to provision the safety of these doors.
Oh no, I mean the ground is sacred.
I will take a gamble. Would Lathander
Go on.
allow you? Would Lathander ask of you to let people at your door die?
He looks through your clothes. You look rich enough.
I am not from these lands.
No, otherwise you wouldn't be flaunting your wealth so well. And walk with a, and he looks a bit further, with a crook. A savage.
Can I just misty step through his thing? There's a little patch.
You can. You can.
It just disappears from our sight.
Yeah, you.
Will you?
And
No,
then-
I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
Will you allow us refuge or not? I have no
Only-
intention of dying out here.
Only for labor.
I'm sure we can figure something out. Open the door, but it's getting dark out here, huh?
Are you willing to peel potatoes and beetroot?
Hey, can I make an insight check? Is this Father Andre?
No, it's not Father. It's not Father Andre. It's one of the priests, though. And yes, he is very much intending for you to, probably for the next couple of hours, to be peeling a lot of food for a monastery of about 40 people.
It's nighttime. We just want our sleep and rest. Nothing more.
Yes, it's getting too dark to even go back to the barracks at this point.
We do not offer free bedding and board. Is that...
Fine, we will do some of your damned labor. Let us in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Speak for yourself. I'm not taking part in any of that.
Yeah, rich boy.
Maybe a small donation would change my mind, eh? Someone could do the labor for you.
Oh my god.
They say holy men are meant to be incorrupted.
If I'm sure they are. If the doors were unlocked, say, would the spirits and shadows of this realm be able to get in through your doors?
The door keeps it a sanctuary.
Very well, friends. Welcome to our new bedding for the night. And I'm going to cast knock on the door and open it.
Yeah. You watch the door. You guys hear like the locks pull open and the door open in front of you. And the father stares at you bewildered. It's a mage. And then with a whistle, you see more like priests run downstairs.
Hey, whoa.
It's a bloody mage.
I'm not dying in. I'm not dying in here.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw. DC 16 as they cast hold person on you.
Oh man, I can't.
You succeed. You succeed the first one. As he
Hey, what does?
as he tries to hold person. He's resisting me. Father, jump in, and one of them casts silvery barbs. Reroll it.
I'm gonna use my inspiration if I have to.
That's fine. You're fine. They look at you. It is the devil.
Hey, whoa, what devil? It is just simply some magic. Though it is weird, I would like to ask you some questions about such thing. It just seems to be magic.
Now, if you will please come in, I can lock the doors.
You're not coming in.
Otherwise,
And you see many of the priests start preparing like force. You see them already preparing to cast spells. You're not coming in here, devil.
Whoa. Well, I get the feeling we're not welcome here anymore.
are you not using magic?
Divine in nature.
But there's nothing divine in nature about you. I'm gonna point at the guy right next to the door. This guy is trying to extort us. You're as much criminals at the bastard of these leech tavern or whatever it's called.
Roll a persuasion check.
Not my strong suit, but guidance.
No guidance exists. You immediately, some of them immediately look to Mika, and they're like, "Mika, is this true? Were you trying to extort poor pilgrims?" Me, I would never. I would deception roll fail. You're a fucking terrible liar. And they cast hold person on him, and you immediately see him like freeze up and like a statue fall over. Come in. What are you waiting for? It's almost Onyx time. Come in. And they motion you forward.
If everyone is going to enter,
Yeah, I assume you're all gonna come in, yeah. As the party runs in and they kind of slam the door behind you, lock and key, and some of them start dragging Mikov away to the somewhere. You don't know where they're dragging him, but they're dragging him downstairs. For the rest of you, the many priests are still staring at you, Illyrian. Bad sign.
I'm going to turn around, cast Arcane Lock on the doors and go, "No, this door will remain shut until I dispel the magic. I will assume I have no intention of that until the morning."
We're dead, man. Oh, we're dead, man. Oh, Lazar, don't be so negative. No, we're dead, man. A mage in 300 years has shown up in Barovia. We're dead. Congratulations, Robes. He's coming.
What? Hey, let us in before it gets any darker. We can speak about this inside, damn it.
I think everyone.
You're all in. Don't worry, you're all in.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Forget that part.
I cast Arcane Lock, so at that point everyone is dead.
Yeah. he looks at you. We're dead, man.
What the hell are you on about, dead men?
Someone,
You are not dead men.
Someone get the father. And one of the young priests runs upstairs. And, like, you see Andrew kind of shoveling down, old in his age already.
What the hell did you do?
Barely blinking awake. What is this commotion to wake me at this hour? A what? And one of them whispers something in his ear. I see. So we have a wizard. Well then. What's your name, wizard?
Alorian, Deep Mantle. You let me in earlier, old man. There shouldn't be much of an issue.
Aye. Before I knew you were trouble.
I'm not. The trouble is leaving us outside in this time.
Who left you outside?
I'm gonna look around the room. Is everyone still just facing at me like armed? Or facing at us?
They're definitely in a frantic, like looking around between Andre and you.
I'm gonna point at the party and go, we are at the door. And you have, presumably, clerics facing towards all of us.
Aye, many. There are many with the gift to call upon Lathander in this house.
Would that not answer your question?
I am bewildered to why my young apostles are here. Unless... And then you see Lasgar speak up one more time. He forced opens the door, young missionary. He... with some kind of black magic. If the devil hears of this... I see. I would be careful, young Ilarian. I would be very, very careful.
On the contrary, I don't think I will. These lands do not merit caution, they merit action. And if I am to stay outside, out of fear of casting magic, I would end up dead. I'm gonna look at the party and go, do any of you wish to end up dead?
No.
There is not many things that could kill a man like me.
All I am going to say is that Vasily will be here on the tomorrow morning. I would refrain, young mage, from revealing your gifts, unless you want to end up in a prison cell in Ravenloft.
Glory to Van Zorovich.
Well, that may be our ticket to see the Count himself.
If you desire.
But alas, all I wish for now is a good night's sleep.
Well, luckily for you, from what I've just been told, there is at least one bunk bed available. And I guess we can prepare a pillow or two. You can sleep on the benches. Unless you don't mind the infirmary.
As long as I have bedding, I cannot.
We'll leave it at that. Come on, somebody get him a pillow. And some of the boys do run to start preparing the beds. A mage. Things just got a tiny bit more interesting.